welcome to another episode of Chatty Broads with Becca and Jess.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. I'm not gonna lie to you. The virtual drum roll is so anticlimactic.
So sorry. Broads, we are coming in. We are using the Zoom. We are virtual right now. For part 2. There's maybe a little sniffles over amongst the families.
No. There's sniffles.
They're little kids.
There's also full diarrhea down the pant legs on the floor.
They're just
That's
little
what's
kids
happening.
sick. This is what happens when they visit their cousins, and their cousins go to school with other little kids.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it was like, oh yeah, when your kids go to school, they're just perpetually sick and
Listen,
shitting
the
themselves.
bugs make their way around in those little preschools, and the diarrhea is flowing.
I was so happy I was
so
at work.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway,
Snot fest.
that's why we're zooming in, and we're happy to have
But-
the technology to bring us
Yeah.
here virtually.
God bless the internet. But we are here to do part 2
Woo!
of Katie's cast bio breakdowns. So excited. Yes. And last we left off, I say we just get right into it. We have a good amount of men's to cover.
First, I want to say that Evan and Gray were getting a lot of attention this episode, and it honestly made me really self-conscious because in the comment section, no one wanted to talk about me or Jess, and it made me uncomfortable. And because of that,
Step your game up,
We're
dude.
taking over.
because of that, I decided to try to copy their look from last time, and so I am doing baseball hat
yes.
with the hoodie.
See, we
with
already got people copying us.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, you got huge fans in us. That's for
Yes.
sure. Huge fans in us.
You're like in the Sway House.
Dude, Evan originated that look, okay?
I'm actually
Evan's look.
more hype house.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Definitely more of a hype house LA.
More of a David Dobrik fan.
Oh God.
Don't say that.
My whole body. Okay.
I literally had like
So-
a physical tense up.
I just think of David Dobrik and Jason Nash, and my whole body just quivers, in a bad way. So last we left off with the new Garrett. So let's dive in, and we are starting.
Wait, I got to tell you something. I posted about
Yeah.
Garrett on my story, and I got messages being like, leave him alone just because you guys have different political opinions. And I was like, oh, no. This isn't even the same. And I showed a photo of him, and I was like, no, this isn't even Garrett Y. This isn't even Garrett Y. And people think it's a photo of Garrett Y. And then poor Garrett.
And you're also like, listen, just wait until we get into the season. You think it's bad now? If this Garrett is anything like the other Garretts, it's going to get a heck of a lot worse.
One more thing, though.
Yes.
Have we, I haven't been keeping up with Reality Steve, but have we heard through the grapevine any scandalish from any of the contestants?
So I'll be real with you. I have been avoiding RS like the actual plague.
Sure.
So not 100%
But you'd
sure.
think our DMs would get blown up if there was...
Of course. I also think that the broads know that we really don't want to hear anything of Reality Steve. I think he's also been a little bit on the quieter side, but I know before the whole scandal with us started, I believe it was this gentleman that we are about to dive into, Greg. I have no idea what it is. I didn't look at it, but I heard him saying oh, we're going to get into the drama with Greg.
All right,
So
Greg.
okay, we're going to start with Greg, and I want to say something about Greg to Grayston. Now, Grayston, this man looks like Jim Halpert to me.
Really?
This is the man from The Office to me.
No.
And then he disagrees with that one. That's absolutely insane.
Way more.
He picked the guy that looks absolutely nothing like him. By the way, you don't watch the show, okay? So you don't have no say. And second of all, the guy who actually starts to look like him, you go, no?
You know
That
what?
should be a
He doesn't look
yes
like- I
and.
don't
I'm
think he looks
defending
like
Gray
him.
on this one. I think Gray was going off of a vibe with the one guy.
An energy?
An energy.
Whatever it was, the other guy
energy.
looks like him more than this guy does looks like Jim to me.
No. I'm gonna call for all three to be put up on the screen right now. The original Jim, the guy we thought was Jim, and then this Jim, and we put it in the polls. We gotta vote on it.
Okay, I gotta say this about Greg. With a name like Greg, it's deceivingly innocuous.
Well, I have a personal grudge
You know?
against the name Greg because no one gets my name. I try to simplify my name when I give food orders.
Yeah, he tries
So
to
I'm
say
like Greg,
Greg.
and they're like, "Cool, order for Greg."
Yeah.
Just like sick, and so
Yeah.
much so,
So-
that my friends call me Greg or Gregston or Gregory.
I like a Gregston.
Greg?
Fucking hate it, dude.
That's brutal.
So anyway,
Um,
there is something to me just like sinister about the like I said, what appears to be innocuous about this man.
He looks like he's from Ventura.
Yes, definitely Ventura.
Like he
I get-
dressed up for this photo, but he's from Ventura.
I think the reason maybe Jim Halpert is screaming to me because when I look at him, I picture this man in a cubicle. I picture him computer sales. I picture him, by a water cooler.
He seems like he's got good water cooler talk, though.
Yeah.
Like if you saw him at the water cooler, you wouldn't be like, "Oh fuck, it's Greg at the
Guys,
water
I
cooler."
have to say any of my guesses about him, like they are pretty bad. Like if I'm like, what does he look like? And then my head goes to like actually kind of dark things that I don't even want to say out loud.
Oh my God,
Wow.
are your psychic powers shining through right now?
No, I mean, okay,
No,
that's
dude,
like the
he
first thing that
looks
comes
like
to
the
mind.
best friend in American Pie, who's like tinier. He has really dark hair, but he has that same
okay.
haircut.
Yeah, so you get he might put a dick in a warm pie vibe.
No, the best
kind of
friend.
a warm pie dick guy.
The best friend who's had like a girlfriend forever, but he's still a virgin.
Oh.
She won't let him have sex with him, and he keeps like trying to be like the nice guy all the time.
Okay.
Oh, like someone who's
I see what you're saying though, Becca. There's anger beneath his eyes.
he's suppressing. Sorry, he's suppressing
There's a
something
rage.
maybe for his
There's
image.
a rage.
You know,
It's very generic look, but underneath there's a lot of darkness. A lot of dark Google searches.
He coaches kids basketball, but sometimes he like screams at them a little too hard during drills at practice, and you're like, "Whoa, great!"
He just wants to win.
He loses it just for a second, and then he's like, "Oh, guys, so sorry
Yeah.
about that. I'm gonna go get some Gatorade. Anybody want anything?" And just takes off.
He's like,
he blacks out, and then all of a sudden he kind of wakes up. And all the kids are staring at him like,
There's the one parent with a bowl of tangerines, like coming
and they
bringing
drop.
in from her car. She's like, yeah, the cuties are everywhere.
but he's losing it over like positivity. He's like, "Don't lose in the moment, you guys. Like, you don't want to have to think about this for the rest of your life." And it's like
It's haunted me for years.
it's like
They're shaking.
really little kids basketball where like the rim is
the
like
vein that's
lowered way
popping out
down
of
to
his
like
head.
6 feet. And they're just like the basketball's like the size of their bodies. They're just like like running down the court.
They're so young, so innocent.
And he's really-
Greg shows them the ways of the world unintentionally very quickly.
He wears basketball shoes with his suit to the game. And he wears a suit to like he's like, he's in it.
Coach Bombay. Yeah.
Jess, hit us with where he's from.
Edison, New Jersey. Not 100% sure. Maybe where Edison is from.
New
So we
Jersey.
got to
Throwing
adjust
that
this
out
to
there.
be like, "Get down the court.
Hey, yous.
Don't want to think about this shit for the rest of your lives."
No, does Greg occasionally go clubbing in the Jersey Shore on spring vacation?
He definitely grinds up against a bandage dress or two, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's indoctrinated GTL into his life at all.
No, definitely at least not the T part. That's for sure.
Questionably on the L part too.
Yeah, the L part is low, and honestly, I can't see his body, so I'm not sure about the G.
Well, the
either.
haircut,
Not 100% sure.
it's a lazy man's haircut. So I guarantee you, he's just doesn't go to the gym, rarely does his laundry.
I bet he's a pretty good dancer.
I bet he's all about simple stuff. He'd be like,
Yeah.
"You could do it like that, but this is like way simpler. Like you could style
Yeah.
your hair, but all I do is coif it like that, and it's done."
He got into golf during quarantine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like everyone else on the planet. So he's just like, "Man, this is sick. Me and the boys have a great night." And the wife or the girlfriend's always riding my ass. And you're just kind of like, I get it, dude. Could you be more just kind of like normie? Like
He's like trying to throw around as
New
much lingo as
Jersey.
he
We gotta move
can.
on. I also
Yeah.
kind of feel bad, like, because
Yeah,
he
we're
does.
really
He's
ragging
kinda
on
like
him.
a
He
pretty,
might be a
like,
nice
you know, he
guy.
looks kind of innocent in this, but Becca's saying he looks so innocent that he's sus.
That's evil.
I
Yeah.
get it. It's kind of the smile. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel it in my bones too.
We are going hard
he's a
for one
fucking
of part
Greg.
2. Okay.
To the
Would
T.
you like to hear about Greg?
Yes.
Oh, sure. I guess we got to learn about it.
Greg is 27 and he is a marketing sales
Well,
representative.
duh.
Water
Fucking
cooler.
duh. The most generic.
But of course.
Yeah.
That could mean anything.
Yeah.
Now, it says, okay, it says that he's a handsome, kind.
Did he just that mean, wait. That means that he answered that on his packet.
Good move.
I am handsome. I am very kind.
Dude,
I am very vulnerable.
Definitely
He said
from
vulnerable
Jersey.
as the third?
Vulnerable.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And serious about wanting to settle down.
Oh, no. That means the opposite. That means the opposite.
He considers himself a hopeless romantic.
No. Oh, red flag city. No.
And a perfect first date would be like dancing.
No. Oh,
Nailed that one.
What kind of dancing,
Wow.
though? What kind of dancing? Is he like a good
salsa.
dancer?
No,
like
he's
a
like, no, I like to.
specialized dancer?
No, he's like, he would say, like, to me, since I'm like half Mexican, since my last name's Martinez, he'd be like, I know how to do a little cha-cha, a little salsa.
We were out at the bungalow
You know?
one time.
Habanero.
Pre-Becca.
Chanchito.
Pre-Becca out at the bungalow with a bunch of my girlfriends from high school. And this guy, I was dancing with one of my friends, like just kind of loose, like, oh, like I don't really know how to dance, but we were like fake swing salsa, whatever, you know, not just like sitting on the dance floor like this. And then this guy came up and tapped me and he's like, hey, do you mind if I dance with your friend? And I was like, well, you should ask her. And he's like, hey, like, can I dance with you? She's like, sure. He's a professional salsa dancer and also like 6'1". I thought he was a hot guy. And he was spinning her around.
Here
And
we
she
go
was
with the
like, I
anecdotes.
kid you not, he spun her around and brought her in. And she rubbed both hands down his chest. And she was like, ah. And I was like, oh my God. And we were talking to them afterwards. And she was like, that was literally like a fantasy. She's like, he made a fantasy come true. A professional salsa dancer just like twirled
He was
me all
also
around
hot.
the dance. Yeah. So like imagine if he dances like that and he's like, yeah, my perfect first date is like blowing your mind on like a salsa dance.
I don't think he's that good.
I will say though, I prefer, like, what's hotter to me is if I can dance better than the guy and he's kind of fumbling around, because then I feel in control. I don't like some guy who's like way better than dancing.
I don't know though.
don't want it to
I
be
feel
like
like I've
a-
danced with some good dancers, and when you do dance with someone who's like really a good dancer,
Like, they make you a better dancer?
look like a good dancer,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of like this really like
But isn't
I don't want him to be even as close to as good as I am. I just want him to be ashamed and be feeling very lucky to be in the vicinity of myself.
Well, see, this is why me and you are. I want to be twirled around like that.
I want to be wowed.
I want to know what it feels like.
I just wanted to say he has a couple lines in here that make my body hurt. Something like he wants to grow old and treat his woman like a queen.
I think I heard someone say the exact same thing like 4 guys ago.
Yeah. So he's one of it was a Garrett. Or yeah, it was a Garrett that it was
Oh.
like very like big about the woman. So
No, this
like
guy's a
super
this guy looks like a
cliche and original.
gaslighter.
that's the red flag. All right. Next
Hunter.
is Hunter.
Hunter
This
looks like
fucking guy.
Hunter looks like Taylor Lautner's older brother.
Dude,
Whoa.
that's who it is. I saw the photo. I'm like, who does this guy look like?
Hunter is living in 2003.
So Taylor Lautner, like this is the guy who cosplays the werewolf from Twilight, like at a festival, and you're like, oh my god, you look just like Taylor Lautner.
Yes, he goes to Comic-Con
Yes, thank
and
you.
gets all the girls' attentions, and he lives for like, for 3 days in San Diego. He's worshipped like a god.
Yeah,
He
Greg,
looks like-
Greg
Go back
goes
to
dressed up
reality.
as Edward, and he
He
goes
looks like
dressed up
whoever
as,
you guys are talking about, like a Michael Phelps hybrid.
There's definitely some Michael Phelps in there too.
He looks like a guy when you go to a bar, he's by himself, and then but he's like splitting 2 seats, and you ask him to move over, and he just goes, "Oh, absolutely, no worries, I told you, no problem." Like he's overly positive. Like the guy just looks like he's just like, dude, every day is a gift.
This guy, he's amped up on life. He likes Smash Mouth, dude.
Yeah, he likes
Yeah,
Smash
in
Mouth
his
for
card,
sure.
he's like, yeah. I said, hey, what a concept.
And he never knows the words to any of the songs, but he goes really hard with you and he tries to kind of mouth them.
And
He's
we
like,
can all be a little strange. It's just like the total wrong
wacky.
but he's trying. He's trying for you.
Or he thinks
he's
that like
really trying
he thinks
to ride
that's
it.
actually a rap song. He sings it
I
like,
love rap.
hit the ground, thump, and hit the ground, run it.
That's a
You're
rap
like,
band.
Hunter.
I will admit, me and Becca had a serious jam session to Smash Mouth in the RV coming home from Bishop.
Gotta love it.
It was
gotta love
we
it.
were
Love
looking
that.
at cows out the window.
I'm
It was
pulling us
sick.
back. Guys, that's gonna.
All right,
I'm gonna
Michael
try to
Phelps
do that tonight.
vampire.
Wait. Here's
Let's go.
another thing about Hunter. He could either be that guy at the bar, or he could be the bartender at like a tiki lounge that unironically throws the towel over his shoulder 100% of the time.
No. Yes.
Snap.
Yes.
And this guy lights
We love
cocktails
that.
on fire.
Right? Can you see it? Can you see him
that.
snapping that towel over his shoulder?
And a little finger gun and a wink, and he's like, how's my favorite girl? And you always go back to visit Hunter because Hunter always hooks you and your girls up with the free drinks.
Dude,
and you never would have sex with him, but you flirt with him to get the free drinks.
But he's
a nice guy.
He's a bartender at a bar that sells like neon blue cocktails.
That's what I'm saying. The tiki lounge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
The
Do you
Tiki
guys remember?
Lounge.
Fuck, dude. I was
No,
thinking about
no,
Cabo
carbonated-
Cantina.
I'm digging Hunter because Hunter also feels like the guy when you girls bring me and Gray to the bar. He goes, "My guys."
Yes.
Yeah,
He
He's
doesn't
not
even
being
care.
shady. He's not being
Yes.
like, oh, and now he doesn't.
Yes.
Now he's hooking us all up, and he's like, my dudes. I knew you all was gonna be amazing because your girls are so cool. Bam, bam. And he's like, dude, I got you guys.
Yeah, and then we slay
like
him
he's just like life is a fucking legendary
he
game.
gets tipped. He gets tipped fat by me and you when that happens too.
He's just a baller.
Yeah.
He's getting those heavy tips.
I like
The
it.
heavy tips.
Big fan of Hunter.
He's the guy like you want to kill some girl every time. Like you have a story after he goes on a first date and he's like, man, I just really thought that like she was the one, you know, and then she just ghosts him, you know, like a couple days after the first date. You're just
What
like,
vibes
don't
are-
do that to my guy.
Vampire Michael Phelps is a fucking sick party, and he's actually a nice, authentic, life-loving
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
And we hate every single woman who's ever broken his heart throughout
Yeah.
his entire
Yes.
life.
Now, please don't tell me he's from San Diego.
He is from Houston, Texas.
Wow.
Down with him.
Cheers.
There's something about Texas does a lot of crazy fucking shit, but all my friends, I really like Texans. I don't know what it is.
Jess
Like,
was about to say something.
No, I was going to say they're lovely people. And I think Hunter's one of them. And I really do picture him waiter, and you're there every Thursday to get your tiki specials during happy hour. And he tells you about that date that goes really sour. And you do just want to... You just want to cry for him. But I feel like maybe that's the energy that's going to happen with Katie, right? So it's going to be like all the guys love him. Hunter's a great time. But like he just doesn't know how to bring it in that way with Katie. And he's going to get friend zoned real quick.
No swag.
Now, he does listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, though. Okay, now what do we think
Of course.
that he does?
he sells athletic wear. Like on a large scale. Like the way that we were talking about that guy being like whatever, he's like a sales
He sells
marketing
golf
guy.
stuff to Greg.
But this guy sells like some kind of athletics things.
I'm picturing like manager of like a Big Five.
Yeah. Or like
he probably would help me find the perfect
Dick's
pair of
Sporting
fitting
Goods.
soccer shoes. Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Roger Dunn. Like he manages Roger
He
Dunn.
knows the perfect torque of like all the cleats that you need. He's like, oh man, this gets really great into the green.
He's like when he realizes you're a friend and you play golf, he's like, oh dude, don't go to the store and have them regrip your clubs. He's like, I'll teach you how to do it. It's way cheaper if you know how to do it yourself. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a great time.
Call me.
Or you can just come by the store. I can get you like at least 20% off. Friends and
You
family
want to
discounts.
regrip?
You're
Dude,
my
you want
guy.
to regrip? 25% off, I swear. Change your game.
I think he does something.
I get like high end bartender. Like
Yeah,
I know
no,
we were
I
talking
think so,
T2,
yeah.
I was about to
but
be like, I thought we were bartender.
Vegas bit like
Yeah.
really high end Vegas, like making probably 80, 90 grand a year bartender. That's the vibe I get.
But he only gets to work those like 2 or 3 nights out of the week. So he supplements it by being a full-time manager at Dick's Sporting
I
Goods
bet
or
he-
Roger Dunn because he
or
just
personal
because he
trainer.
also just likes the hookup.
or personal trainer because he doesn't want to list it as bartender.
Oh,
or
he could be a P trainer.
Or our entrepreneur.
Body consultant.
No, you can't be a successful entrepreneur with hair like that.
All right.
All right.
That's manager hair.
Software strategist.
Wow.
We were off.
Definitely does not look. What's a software strategy?
Dude, I could use
Okay.
that. I'm fucking dumb when it comes to electronics. I could definitely use to strategize.
Oh, family. He is the father of 2 amazing children.
Oh shit.
He's the single dad. He said it's he's outgoing. So I think we're probably right about that. Let's see. Oh no, Hunter. Oh no. I know what your downfall is. It says that he's known for writing incredible love letters and has always been the guy to surprise his crushes with mixtapes or flowers. He's going to be night one.
no.
Will have written a love letter for Katie and then his kids will have signed it as well. And it'll just be too much for the first night.
Dude,
I
picture
called
of
that
them.
so hard when I said he's living in 2003 because that's when I was in like 8th grade. And I literally gave the girl I liked at that time a mixtape
You got to do a mixtape.
full of like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Linkin Park, sick shit.
I bet that his mixtape would have the same songs on it even now
It's
in
just
2021.
Dan and Shay over and over and over again.
100%.
Say anything like a walk through hell in there. I'd walk through hell for you.
You know what it is? It's just he's one of these guys, we were talking about like, oh, any girl breaks his heart. He just hits me as that guy that as he's telling the story though, we are cringing at what he did.
Yeah.
And then we're like, Hunter, like, dude, come on, you know better. Like, don't tell her you love her on the first date, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, we hate that she did that.
And then he starts tearing up and he puts his hand on his chin. He's just like, I just really want to find a new mom
just
for
don't
my
get it.
kids.
Well, he has a pet parakeet named Zazu, and I'm going to tell you this.
No.
Those birds are possessive, and that bird will try to kill Katie if she tries to love up any woman he brings back home at nighttime. That bird will attack. But I love a bird. I worship a bird. They are so protective of their owners.
Zazu for the win, though.
Zazu for the win. Definitely,
did you say a
probably his
parakeet?
kids. A parakeet.
That's like this
His kids
big.
probably love. I know, but I'm just telling you. My mom used to have a little parakeet.
Dude.
And his name was Glopey, and he would attack all of her boyfriends. Like, we have video footage of this bird attacking any of her boyfriends because he was so in love with my mom. It's a very intense relationship.
That's
I had a parakeet, and my
wild.
parakeet would just peck the shit out of our hands. It didn't
my
like
parakeet, Birdie. We're really creative
maybe you
over
really
here.
didn't. Maybe you didn't bond enough with it.
I don't know. Me and
Used
Pecky
to
were pretty tight for many
Drink all
years.
my dad's drinks, like obsessed.
Pecky and Birdie
Yeah.
between the two of you? I
My
mean,
hamster's
geez.
name was Fluffy, dude.
Come
It's
on,
okay.
you
My
guys.
bunny, my childhood bunny's name was Honey Bunny. I mean,
like it.
whatever.
My bunny's
We're
name
here.
was
True.
Big Daddy Mr. Snow because we couldn't decide between Big Daddy and
Oh,
Mr. Snow.
I like that.
That's a hot
That's a
hot
hot-
name.
that just sounds like a hot
That's
guy.
a hot guy name for a bunny.
Or a drug dealer.
That's what I was going to say. It just
Daddy
sounds like a
Mr.
dope.
Snow?
Oh, hell yeah. Dr. Snow, dude, let's
All
go.
decked out
Oh my
in fucking
God.
furs and shit. He's like, check my
I
swag.
cannot wait to watch Big Daddy Mr. Snow on HBO Max coming out next
big
week.
time.
All right,
That
Jeff.
sounds like a show.
Greg, goodbye. We're moving on to Jeff.
Oh, Hunter, goodbye.
Oh, what? Hunter?
Oh.
You too, Greg.
Jeff looks like he did porn at one point.
All right, broads. Before we take a pause, we do have an important announcement to make.
Yes. Doing things a little bit differently this season.
Yeah, so, in general, Becca and I would normally make sure that our Bachelorette recap was out first thing in the morning on Tuesday because we would record Monday night.
Look, broads, that we've been doing this for, what is this? Is this season number 5 or 6 of the podcast?
Yeah, I think 6.
Yeah, and so we will finagle screeners when we can, and we are blacklisted, so we can't get those. We've tried for ourselves.
We try.
So what that ends up looking like is us staying up until all hours of the night, Justin Evan editing, us recording. It's just a lot. So what you can expect this season is we're going to record first thing in the morning, Tuesday, bright and early. That way we can also be on our A game and we don't have any grumpy late night tudes. I'm talking to myself. So with
No,
that,
girl, I feel you.
the episode's going to be coming out a little later than normal on Tuesdays.
Yeah. At the end of the day, broads, the fact of the matter is this, Becca has 2 little ones. I have a little one who's going to be in kindergarten. And it can get crazy, crazy late night when we do the watching it Monday night and then recording and then editing and putting it out. And we want to make sure not only are we there, of course, for our families, but also we want to put out the best product. And when we do late night shit, it just like, it's half-assed. It's not great. And we figured Tuesday morning we'll record, and then you'll have it by Tuesday afternoon, and you'll have a much better... We want to have fun. At the end of the day, this podcast, yes, we've been doing it for a couple of years. We've had conversations about we want to put out a product that is fucking fun. We want to enjoy watching it and then enjoy recapping it. And we don't want all of you broads to basically have us being irritated at the end of the night after watching an episode and doing late night shit. So, yeah.
Word.
That's what you're going to get. It'll be a little bit of an adjustment, but we promise you we are going to have a great time, and we're going to put out a good recap for you all. But speaking of our brains, our attitudes going into something, let's talk about...
Great segue.
Let's talk about our headspace, shall we? One thing I've really learned over these past few years is that taking care of your mental health is an every minute of everyday commitment. When you make small commitments to working on your mental health every day, the payoff in the long run is huge. I notice that the more I work on my mental health and my mental well-being, the more equipped I am to handle everything that life throws on me. That's why I've been using TALKSPACE to invest in myself in a small way every day.
TALKSPACE is the #1 online therapy platform that allows everyone to prioritize their mental health in a way that's convenient and accessible. With TALKSPACE, you'll be matched with one of their thousands of licensed therapists that specialize in over 40 different areas. Whether you struggle with depression or anxiety or trauma, or whether you just want someone to talk to, TALKSPACE has the right therapist for you. And once you're matched with your therapist, you can send unlimited messages to them 24/7, and they'll engage with you daily, 5 days a week.
And if you've considered therapy before, then you know it is not cheap, but TALKSPACE wants to make help accessible to everyone. That's why TALKSPACE costs a fraction of what an in-person appointment would cost you, no matter where you live, what your circumstances are, or your financial situation. Help is available. I started using TALKSPACE a few months ago, and I can't believe I waited so long to start. Knowing that my therapist is always just one message away is honestly the biggest peace of mind, I would say. So accessible, so grateful for TALKSPACE.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with TALKSPACE. To match with the licensed therapist today, go to TALKSPACE.com. Make sure to use code CHATTY to get $100 off your first month, and you can show support for the show. That's CHATTY at TALKSPACE.com.
So the other day I went to the grocery store and did pretty much everything wrong. For starters, I went when I was hungry, which is always a bad idea. And second, I didn't bring a list, which is a big mistake. Huge. Needless to say, I came home with maybe 1,000 boxes of Rice Krispie treats and also Goldfish and LaCroix. But nothing to eat for dinner, basically. If you find grocery shopping for proper dinner ingredients a task you're just not up to, like myself, let HelloFresh help you out. There's a reason it's America's #1 meal kit.
HelloFresh cuts out the stressful, less enjoyable parts of cooking dinner and lets you just enjoy home-cooked fresh meals with the people that you love. Each week, you'll have more than 27 new recipes to choose from. And once you decide what looks good, there's always a million options. HelloFresh delivers fresh, pre-measured, partially prepared ingredients to your door with super simple to follow recipes. So cooking delicious, nutritious meals has literally never been easier. Most of their meals are ready in about 30 minutes, but for those days when you're short on time, try one of their quick and easy options, which are on the table, ready to eat in as few as 15 minutes.
HelloFresh has really allowed me to try recipes that I never would have dared to try in a million years before. I don't have to worry about ingredient waste or messing up because everything is pre-portioned and the recipes are so easy to follow. The other night, I made Thai shrimp with candied walnuts, and I have to say I was very impressed with myself. It was so easy to make, but it was so delicious. We'll be making again soon.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay, go to HelloFresh.com/chatty12 and you can use our code chatty12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/chatty12 and use code chatty12 for 12 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Wait, okay, so now, wait, what you said? We're on to Jeff now, broads. We're on to Jeff. What about Jeff?
I said he looks like he did porn at one point.
100%.
You guys,
There's a lot of porn going on with this guy.
this man has the most superhero jaw I've ever seen. And this is coming from someone whose nickname was Hans because of my jaw in high school.
Mr. Incredible is quaking.
Dude, did you guys ever
Quaking.
Did you ever watch The Fairly Godparents?
Yes.
The Crimson Chin?
1000% the Crimson Chin. 1000%. This man,
He's got a sweet face, but like
Yeah.
the fact that he's letting out the chest hair with the V-neck is just like, it's like not the energy. You know what?
He's not filling out his jean jacket as much as his chin is leading us to believe he can.
I know Jeff he has a kind face and I think he has good intentions. He's just, the whole energy he's putting off with this look is not doing him
With
any
a chin
favors.
like that, you got to bench above body weight, and
Okay,
he's
stop.
benching under body weight. Sorry, I'm just saying.
I feel this way about Jeff. I look at him and I immediately see the chin and the hair and I go, oh, the kind of douchey energy, but I feel like Jeff's actually a really nice guy.
I see the kind eyes.
Yeah, and the smile. I think he has a nice smile.
He just looks mellow. Like he just goes, yeah.
No, he definitely used to be a lifeguard for sure.
Yeah, he's just mellow. He looks mellow.
But like a water park lifeguard or the community pool lifeguard, not
I'm
like the
calling
beach.
East Coast vibes though.
Yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if I see lifeguard. I feel like this man vacations at the beach once a year and he fries, but he loves it. He lives for it, but he goes to Miami once a year and he is just a tomato
He
afterwards.
also wears cargo shorts past his knees when he's at the beach.
Zip offs.
Yeah, definitely doesn't go in the water.
Really?
He's just there to like put his legs in the water.
He just looks like a chill bro to me.
He
He's like
is.
super mellow.
I get a
I want
different.
to say construction. I think construction.
Yeah.
Just like something mellow
definitely
like that.
East Coast construction
Yes.
energy.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
Maybe
Like-
somewhere niche like Rhode Island.
Yes.
I'm still
Yes, 100%.
I'm still feeling like sales. He works in sales. He wears khakis Monday through Friday.
Okay.
I just picture him at the construction site and all the guys are catcalling on the East Coast when a woman walks by and him and Jeff being like, guys, just leave her alone.
It's 2021, boys.
She's a beautiful broad, but like, let's be respectful.
Do you think he brings like all the other guys bring like coolers, but he brings like the old school steel tin, like the tin
Yes.
like lunchbox opens up?
Yes. And he brings a protein powder, his shake every morning. He brings his special.
What I think is so sick about construction is you can bring the biggest fucking lunchbox to work, and it's like it's like a job where you have to bring an insane amount of food for one meal. You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? They all carry their construction boxes are fucking. I mean, their lunchboxes are massive.
They're hungry. They're building.
They're hungry guys.
I don't know why, but I feel like he does some sort of like brand development of some sort.
Okay.
I don't know. I just picture Jeff. I picture Jeff eating a sloppy Joe and like asking his date if she wants to eat a sloppy Joe and being like, Jeff, no woman wants to eat a sloppy Joe on their first date.
You know, honestly, I find him annoying.
Sloppy Joe.
I love the sloppy Joe drop.
No, I just find Jeff annoying.
I feel you, but I'm just like, I love sloppy Joes.
Okay,
I haven't thought about them in so
curbing
long.
it, shutting it down.
I'm sorry,
shutting
but I
it
definitely
down.
get the vibe of like he's like, oh, I thought it'd be chill, like, you know.
He loves a sloppy Joe.
I'm gonna
Dude,
tell-
Sloppy Joe slap. Let's be real, dude.
Dude,
Let's be
I'm
real.
gonna
He
tell
just
you what.
slaps so
I'm
hard.
gonna tell you what. We're on bio 3, so we gotta really cut the
Yeah,
anecdotes.
but bio 3
Let's
has brought
go.
us all back
All
to
right.
sloppy Joes.
Let's guess what he does. Okay, we all guessed. I think.
Okay. You all want to know?
Yes.
Jeff is 31.
Yes.
He is a, don't know what this is, surgical skin salesman. So does he sell like the cadaver skin to be like put on things? A surgical skin salesman? So medical sales.
He sells grafts.
So Gray was right. Salesman.
Okay.
But grafts? Oh,
he wears. I said he wears khakis Monday through Friday.
Is there
right.
like
Like, you know-
new prosthetic skin? Is that like a thing now where you can get like synthetic skin?
He's like, yo, I got this
Cadaver skin.
I got Russian skin right here, dog. He's like,
I mean,
he opens
maybe
up his
he does,
coat
like,
flap.
color
He opens
matching.
up his white coat.
Maybe that lunchbox you were talking about, that cooler, it's not full of food, it's
No.
full of skin to sell to you.
Jeff looks like the guy who's like, yeah, and he like says yeah like that, and you're just like, oh, why are you saying yeah so enthusiastically?
But everybody, he's from Jersey City, New Jersey, from a big, loving Italian family.
I was going to say
Italiano.
I was going to say New Jersey because of that jacket, but I was like, no, not two back-to-back New Jersey guys.
100% called that just walks on the beach too.
Now I'm done. Now I'm gonna have to love Jeff. He's Jersey Italian family. Come on, we love it.
We love it. I am not gonna love Jeff. He is already annoying me.
Jeff, he works as an artificial skin sales rep. Okay,
that's a thing. Wow.
So it's a thing.
Prosthetic.
Apparently he's outgoing.
Not
He loves
prosthetic.
his family. He's loud. This is the whole thing. Now, one moment that is interesting in this is he does call himself an exceptional lover, and he's not alluding to himself being a great partner, but he does call himself an exceptional lover. So maybe Jeff will be the one who comes in and has something very inappropriate to say first line to Katie.
This is the guy who eats you out 20 minutes too long, and you're like, Jeff, it wasn't gonna happen. So
You're like, Jeff,
I know
it's
you're trying
been
to be like
45
giving,
minutes,
but like we can wrap it up.
I just
I'm never gonna
had
come.
to process that over.
It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
peace and
All
love.
right. Okay, now great. Tell us about the next guy, John, that you want to talk about.
John.
Let's talk about John.
John looks like the doctor that recommended Jeff to sell you your surgical skin.
Oh yeah, no, he's a doctor. He looks like he's in medical
time.
procedure. I
Plastic
thought
surgeon.
I thought the same thing. Maybe
Yeah,
because he looks like he's had
He looks
plastic
like he's so
surgery.
happy because he's like giving people the dream face they always wish they were born
Yeah,
with.
totally. Yes.
What's the name of the guy though that's like Doogie Howser, like the really young doctor? Because this
Yeah.
kid looks like he's 12 years old.
No,
like
he's
a genius,
1000%.
that's why.
Yeah, no, he went to college when he was 14, graduated from college when he was 16 and a half, and now he works at...
He's just been so focused on excelling at life that he's like foregone ever thinking about relationships. And now he's just like, I've got...
Maybe
like I'm the most eligible bachelor, but I've never really had a
and maybe
relationship
he does
at
like
all.
really noble plastic surgery where he does it like pro bono.
Or like botched.
No.
He goes, you're
fixes botched plastic surgery. That's
No, I think he
That
does-
is noble.
Well, yes,
It's
but
noble.
that's also for very wealthy people. I feel like he does plastic surgery for people who like really could use it, who can't afford it. Mm-hmm. He seems like that kind of guy. And John just is like, I am so fulfilled in my career.
No, he doesn't seem like he does shit for fucking free. You don't smile like that fucking doing pro bono work. I can tell you that. This fool
Wipe that
makes
smile
money.
off your
He
face,
drives
John.
he drives a fucking nice car. He's in the highest tax bracket, and he's proud of it. He's proud of how much taxes he pays every year.
All right.
He
what's
loves
your
paying
guys'
the
read?
taxes. I'm not getting a doctor. I don't know if it's this like his kind of tanned, freckled skin. I'm getting surfer like kind of energy. Yeah, I don't know. Not like a cool surfer guy, but I'm getting like lives by the water. Kid who maybe works at like the rainbows outlet and like sells rainbows, but like he's trying. It's not necessarily his natural vibes.
I like this new read. Okay.
But he's like rainbow kid.
I am thrown off.
See, I'm getting
Like
I'm
works at
getting
Jack's Surfboards or something.
Yes. And he's not like your classic looking surfer kid, but like he really wants to be part of that scene and he's really happy to be there.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Huntington
and he
love
tries
it.
to be in the sun all the time and he loves his vitamin D.
Or he's like a really good
Huntington Beach
surfer and he's a
vibes.
dick. And he's actually like a dick to everyone in the water.
yeah. Huntington Beach vibe. Huntington for sure. Yeah. What's your read of?
I get doctor as well. I get he's 40, looks 28.
Yeah, of course.
He
naturally.
is super, but he's got that doctor thing where he's just like, but he's plastic surgery and he looks at the girl and he goes, "You're gorgeous. You don't need anything."
Yes.
But here's the thing. Time catches up to all of us. I know better than anyone. And what we offer here at the clinic is an amazing array of things. And listen, I'm not here to sell you on anything. You're gorgeous. You don't need anything.
Evan, you sound like you know this from firsthand experience.
And then by the end, she's 50 grand in debt because he's got her doing everything.
You should. Have you thought about going into plastic surgery?
Everyone could benefit from rhinoplasty.
Listen, your nose, gorgeous. You don't need anything. But here's the thing: we get older, our nose never stops growing. So my thing is, if you get it done now,
preventative.
No one will know.
Yes,
and everyone will just go, "Oh my God, you're 60. You look incredible." Like that's what we do here at.
That's what we want,
Newport,
right?
Newport Beach facial reconstruction.
So
spa,
if there was such a thing as a job, is like I'm just your consultation doctor. Like, I'm not actually going to be the one performing the surgeries. I'm just here to consult you on the surgeries I think you would most likely
AKA
benefit
a salesman.
from. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like a plastic surgery salesman.
But I get the actual, because he pulls up his chair and he goes, "Hey, absolutely fantastic." Like he like pushes in.
He gets really close to you in his chair.
And he touches you. He's like, "Oh yeah, you do have a little bit of that. I could see."
Wait, is he a chiropractor?
Oh, you know what? Chiropractor. 100%.
I'm going to change your life right now with this with this adjustment right here.
That was it.
Yeah. I
And he
mean,
goes, I could see that.
He lives on the West Coast. He gets some sun. He surfs in the morning, gets a run, and he likes to make sure your discs are aligned. And
He wants to
right.
make
That's
sure
the surfer
he
thing.
wants to make sure you're not drinking untreated tap water. You got. He wants to make sure you have a filtration system, a
This
good
guy-
one too.
he's like, "Bitch, you better be drinking alkaline, or else you are not coming to this office."
Yep. He's all about alkaline
Malibu
water.
vibes.
You're onto something. You nailed it.
You nailed it. Because the surfer, I was seeing the surfer thing, but I was like, I'm not seeing the surfer.
But I
like,
see medical.
I'm seeing the like he surfs on the weekends, but he's also wealthy. Like, how do I connect that? Chiropractor. That's what it is.
Chiropractor.
Nailed it.
Should we see what he does?
Yes. Wow.
We
wow.
call that Valley Boo, just so you know.
I'm really excited.
People who live in the valley, but they surf in Malibu every weekend, Valley Boo.
I like that.
All right, everybody. We were all wrong, but I was maybe the closest with my initial reading.
Shut up. No way.
What?
What is he?
He is 27 and he is from Pacific Beach, California.
Okay, Pac
PB.
Beach.
And
love that.
he's a bartender.
Wow.
Damn, I'll tell you what. I'd
Bartender.
want John to be pouring up some shots for me. I'm not gonna lie. John's the one who's probably actually gonna be a dick to me at the bar when I'm like trying to flirt with him. And he'll be like, "It's $14." And I'll be all drunk being like, "Is it though?" And he'll be
Come
like,
on.
"Yeah, it's $14 and it's polite for you to leave a tip." And you're like, "Oh."
But is it though?
Come on, John. We had a moment and he's just like,
And John's
absolutely,
like,
we did not.
yeah.
Wait.
It's
okay,
still
this is
$14.
specific. Do you guys think John wears like the Fossil watches that are like a super thick leather band around his wrist?
Yes. The dark brown, that
100%.
dark brown leather. Yes.
But the band is like 3 inches thick.
But now that you guys see it, can't you picture him in board shorts and flip flops like everywhere?
Yeah, I think-
that's John.
I think
Big time.
Yeah, I actually like think John is like a dick, and I would be like intimidated by him. I'm like,
I think this photo is maybe a not accurate photo of him, and I bet in the show he's going to be 3 times hotter than this and have kind of a different look than this and be like way more surfer looking. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, next guy.
wait, no. What are some quick facts?
Oh.
So he's a thrill seeker. Okay, that's what he likes to consider himself, and he would love to find a woman to share a burrito with while watching the sunset over the San Diego coastline.
Pac Beach, California.
God.
Hey, and to all you people out there, Pac Beach is like the college frat version
Yes.
of San Diego
Yeah, it
proper.
really
I was
is.
about to
PB.
More
say,
so,
this
Broski.
dude's all SDU
Yeah,
all the time.
John rages.
Yeah,
And make no mistake, John rages. 100%.
and John fucks too.
John fucks, and honestly, interesting. Okay, first of all, he loves a woman confident about her natural beauty, so San Diego. And he has very
When
little
he
tolerance.
says that, when he says a girl confident in her natural beauty,
None
he
of
means
these girls have
Emrata.
natural beauty.
That's
that
who he means.
That he's getting down
Yes.
with.
He means Emrata. He means some bitch with a 24-inch waist who has like this
Yes.
crazy bronze tan all year round
Yes.
and has wavy hair down to her waist. That's what he means when he says a
Yes.
woman who embraces his natural beauty. Oh, and she's
Who has
always
gotten-
waxed head to toe.
who 100%, by the way, has absolutely gotten facial like fillers, Botox, but doesn't tell him. And he's just like, that's how she naturally looks. And she never wears makeup, but she has eyelash extensions.
She has a slight little tooth gap, and he's like, oh, your natural beauty. Love how you embrace it.
So natural with your fake tan, like all of those things.
Oh, no, she has a real tan. She just has one of those people with genes.
This
like
girl sounds low-key hot as fuck.
No, she is. She is.
Yeah, she is. She's hot as fuck.
And you make sure that you know it.
Interesting is it says here, which alludes to some drama, he has very little tolerance for anyone being unfaithful or dishonest, and says that his one major deal breaker is when someone treats another disrespectfully.
Nah, he's a cheater.
Do you think he was raised in a religious household?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with Becca. That means he's a cheater. Him going out of his way to be like, anyone who cheats is on my shit list.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
so
a
how many
crazy
times
thing
have
to
you
bring
cheated?
up, like as a quality.
Totally.
Of yours.
And he's going to be screaming at some guy, like shaking with rage. And then it's going to come out that like he has a girlfriend.
I'm going to make a guess right now. I'm just going to throw this out there. Just a little prediction. I feel like John is going to hate Greg.
John. Okay. John.
AKA
like
Jim Halpert. The new Jim Halpert.
Guy looks nothing like Jim.
Yeah.
The guy who looks nothing like Jim. I feel like John and Greg are going to hate each other, and John's going to get worked up over Greg all the time, and Greg's going to always be super low key, and it's going to make John fucking
No.
rage.
I think because Greg has secrets, remember? They are both going to be like basically like soulmates in the sense that they're going to get so furious about the other.
Yes.
They'll probably hate Hunter.
Maybe, or they'll just be Hunter's the friend. I picture Greg and John despising each other.
I picture Hunter standing off to the side holding his drink being like,
it's okay, guys.
kind of confused, kind of looking back and forth.
Hunter just misses his kids. He's just like,
Right.
He's just the single dads. They miss the
he's
kids.
gonna
The single
cry
moms, they
a
miss the
lot
kids.
calling it right
He's gonna
now.
cry a lot. He's going to cry a lot. Absolutely. Final facts about John is that he thinks swing dancing is so much fun. So we do have a dancer in the midst.
He's like, he's too aggressive about the swing dancing too. And he's like about to pop your arm out of socket.
He's also
absolutely.
swing dancing with you and looking for other girls who are watching him swing dance with you to see if there's any hotter girls he could be swinging dancing with.
Always the one eye out. Oh no.
Like when he tosses you, he
worst.
checks over his shoulder.
The worst.
Be like, who saw that?
Yes. That he puts that in his Tinder bio.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I don't think that he actually does swing dance. I think he knows one swing dance move, and that's what gets him women at his bar in PB. Because he's like, as soon as I get off bartending, like, I'll show you a couple moves, and he's got like 3.
He's like, Footloose, you know it?
Yeah. Heard of
Right.
it? Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
All right, John. You're making me nervous. on to the next, Josh.
Josh looks like he calls himself an entrepreneur with that turtleneck and that suit.
Yes.
Absolutely. Day trader.
Day trader, definitely probably enjoys Dave Portnoy's Instagram, likes watching the pizza reviews. I feel like I will say I appreciate Josh's fashion choice. It's very sharp.
He's patronizing me with his smile, and I fucking hate it.
He looks like, hey, what's up? Cool. I'm glad you do that. That's cool. That's good for you. I mean, I think everyone needs to find, their thing.
He's like, if I have a conversation with him, he's just like looking at me like I'm a dumbass the whole time.
I was just thinking about
I
how
want to just be like, fuck you, Josh. What the hell have you done with your life?
No. I think Josh is the kind of person who's like looking at you, but he's looking right through you. And he just says with blank stare, like, yeah. And he's not listening to a fucking thing you say. He's just like,
not a word.
He's just like, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like he cruises into a party.
Yes.
And you're like, what's up, Josh? How you been, dude? He's like, hey, man, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm
For
good.
sure.
Yes. That's
just kinda
exactly what I was
where is
talking
my
about.
next move?
Oh,
You
yes.
aren't it.
You say, hey, Josh, what's up? And he goes, oh, I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God. You guys are literally making me feel really insecure because that is the thing. That is the person who makes me feel so uncomfortable. It's my nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I just feel so unseen and unvalued that it's just like, oh my God, they think I'm just like a piece of shit.
No, he's the dude, like, you could be absolutely killing it in life, and he's the dude who makes you feel like you're right back at those like vulnerable states, like where you feel
Yes.
left out in high school or something.
Oh God, I'm I'm teleporting.
I think he's just that aloof though. Like Josh is just like always kind of thinking about like his next entrepreneurial plan, like his next way to like, you know, his next hustle. Kind of like my big brother's like this, where he's always like, dude, my friend has like 12 Sharpays that like we could probably sell for like double the price,
dude,
because
her
he's
big
getting them
brother-
straight from China.
Her big
Like,
brother
this
legit.
is what my brother's
So,
like.
I have to give him credit on this though, because the meat was good. But he got a smoker and he's like, dude, this shit is like amazing. He's like, I could cook like fucking 8 briskets in this, like all at once. He had like some pork shoulder or some shit. And he's like, dude, for the holidays, he's like, I went down to the neighbors and I was like, yo, you guys want some? Like, he's like, I'm cooking a pork shoulder. Like, I got it. And he like bought like Costco, like, you know, like got a bunch of meat from Costco and then just upcharged all his neighbors and had like an under the table, like pork shoulder sale going on so that his was more than covered. And was like telling us all at dinner that like all the shit was paid for at dinner by like him selling his neighbor's smoked meat that he made in his cooker.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fucking good at it,
He's
but
just
he was like, he's like, bro, I could eat meat like this all the
some
time.
racket, some kind
He's
of
always got something.
hustle going
He's
on.
like, bro, he's like, I got baby back ribs coming up in like 2 weeks. He's like, I've already sold the 6 houses.
Listen, I will be honest with you. You were talking about selling Sharpays, and then Gray said, I will be honest though, the meat was good. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Why is your brother eating Sharpay?
Oh, incidentally, my brother's name is Josh.
Sharpay meat. I was like,
Legit though. Except Josh doesn't. I don't look at Josh and feel like I need to take Josh down a peg. This Josh, I'm like,
No, but I'm just saying Josh has hustles like that is what I see.
no, this Josh like walks into the gym and I'm like, I'm about to do your exact workout. I'm gonna copycat you on everything you do and then just be like, oh yeah, I can keep up. What's up,
Yeah.
Josh?
All right,
What's up, Josh? Josh
we seem
GTLs for
we
sure.
seem to be leading with our impressions.
I'm sorry.
he hits me as I definitely see the kind of he just hits me as, like you said, like just consistently aloof, to where it's just like, you're like, what's up, Josh? And he's like, good. And you're just like, all right, cool. And he's just like, yeah. And you're like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
take it easy. Like, it's just very chill, very like, you're not gonna get a lot. I see him cruising into like the house and being very mellow, and all the guys are like, dude, that's crazy, what did you say? Getting drunk, and like he's just kind of like chilling the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
being
he's got
very
his arms up on the
mellow.
couch, and
Just
Katie
like-
hasn't talked to him all night, and he's just kind of like, yeah, well, I just figured like I would talk.
Katie's
you know.
gonna be like, I feel like you haven't been giving me as much as like I need to know where you're at, and you know, I
And then
feel like
maybe
that's
he's
gonna
gonna
be the
get
issue.
and he's gonna get defensive maybe
Oh,
and
no,
be like,
or
I mean, I don't
all
know
the
what
guys-
I've been vulnerable. I don't know what you want me to give to you. I've been honest with
I'm
you. I've
here.
been forthcoming. I'm
right
here.
here. I'm
and then
at
she's
the
gonna be
table.
like, you're
You
not
can come
giving
get
me
me if
enough.
you wanna see
and,
me.
and she'll cut him in the moment. He's
Yeah,
gonna
and he'll
be
go, well, I feel like you're not giving me enough because like I haven't really seen you that much.
Yes.
I like that. I like when guys get. I like when it gets a little defensive too, because then they get cut, and like the last interview is like, you know, like honestly, just a lot of people aren't ready for this experience, and I think that, you know, someone like myself is ready, but I think, you know, she's figuring her stuff out, or, you know, some of this kind of slight on the way out. Like, he'll be irritated.
For sure. What do you guys think he does? He screams real estate agent to me, like luxury real estate agent.
100. I don't even know if it's luxury.
Yeah.
I bet he just screams like he just got his real estate
I say
license and he
entrepreneur.
lives at home.
Okay. Lives
say
at home, entrepreneur,
Yeah.
luxury real estate. What do you think?
I feel like it's going to be benign. It's going to be entrepreneur. And if you look at his Instagram, it's nothing but videos of guys being like, listen, man,
Yeah.
really what it comes down to is
Yeah.
is property. You invest $10,000 in the first property, you double that equity, and
Yeah.
and it's just all this scheme of like
Yeah.
making money, but it's never like a solidified thing.
It's him in front of a helicopter.
Yeah, it's just kind of nonsense. It's like you don't know what it is.
In front of a helicopter.
Right, Lambos, but like
You're
not
like, is
his.
this your? Yeah.
Are you on the lot? We're all wrong, but not. I mean, he's an IT consultant.
Okay.
So
The fuck is like tech and software consultants the new personal trainer?
you guys, it says that he is humble, kind-hearted, and goofy.
I mean, this isn't going against any of my impressions. So continue.
I just am picturing him being super like goofy and not aloof, whereas in before I pictured him as aloof with
No,
with
Josh's,
he's like-
Josh's version of Goofy is like,
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I was just going to say, Josh thinks he's goofy
Five-star
because he
smile.
smokes a lot of weed. Josh is like, yeah, dude, so goofy. Like, I
I'm
fucking
crazy.
No, Josh is
fucking
the
love
dude who
Dazed and
smokes
Confused.
everyone
So
else's
goofy.
weed. He
Yeah,
never fucking has his own weed.
Josh is from Miami, Florida.
Yep, this checks out.
This 100%
out.
checks out.
I mean, we don't. All right, I'm gonna say this. I do have a feeling like he's not gonna last long because we get very like ambivalent facts about him that don't feel like, I don't know.
Like he didn't fill out the form very in depth. Like he just
No.
kind of threw a couple words down.
We got that he hopes to travel to Asia one day. He has to sleep on the right side of the bed, and he starts celebrating Christmas in October, which I do appreciate because I am an October Christmas person.
I feel like he wears an ugly Christmas sweater for like 3 months.
Wow, absolutely.
I kind of love that. I fucking love celebrating Christmas. I'm
like, as long as possible, give me Christmas.
all the movies,
Everything.
all the shitty music. I was just I was getting in the shower the other day singing Christmas carols.
All right, so okay.
Parting comment, I do kind of appreciate the fact that like he filled it out bad. There's something nice about someone who's not going like, and I'm a hopeless romantic. I just like that someone's like, I don't know, sleep on the side of the bed, like, I don't know, like he didn't even think he'd get in the show, and then he's here, and he's like, oh, sick, all right. Like I kind of like a different change of pace with that.
All right, before we move on from Josh, should we take a quick pause?
Yes.
A quick pause. Okay, broads, listen. One of the many things I love about living in a big city is the amount of amazing food within just a few miles of our house. We have authentic Mexican, fresh Thai, Indian, perfectly layered pizza. Whatever I am craving, I can find close by all the time. And with the help of Caviar, I can have it delivered to my front door faster than it takes me to pick out a movie to stream while I eat. Seriously, I don't know why that takes me so long, but it does. With the Caviar app, you can easily browse, discover, and order from all the best local restaurants.
Yeah, and what I love about this too is like on some other apps, you might go on and it'll just be like a bunch of national chain restaurants. And like Caviar, I feel like there's like a lot of good curated local restaurants that I'm like, oh yes, I want to try that food.
Yes, 1,000%.
Anyway, I can't count the number of times that Caviar has saved me in a pinch. Everyone knows those nights when you finally walk through the door, you're starving, and the thought of making a meal seems like an enormous, impossible task. This is Grace done every day. Caviar saves the day. We can find what we want for dinner, and by the time that I've put my sweats on, it's at the door. It's so quick. Or what about those cozy Sunday mornings when you're craving a New York style bagel? Boom, Caviar is to the rescue again. And I've been able to support the local restaurants I love and even discover a ton of new hidden gems I may have missed before, all thanks to Caviar.
And it's not just meal delivery that Caviar can handle. Caviar can also bring you candy from the corner store. Okay, I've done this before, a late night candy run, or snacks from the for the last minute movie night. And they also can bring you your favorite wine. Honestly, Caviar can bring you anything in a pinch. It's saved me quite a few times.
And just for our listeners, Caviar is giving you 20% off your first order. Just enter promo code CHATTY at checkout. Remember, that's 20% off your first order with promo code CHATTY. Download the Caviar app and use promo code CHATTY for 20% off your first order.
Okay. Let's talk about dads. We have two dads sitting right here.
Love me some dads.
Dads, they're impossible to shop for. Okay, it's straight up. It's 100% the truth. It's a non-arguable fact. Literally, for as long as I can remember, anytime I asked my dad what he wanted for any holiday, I got the same answer. I already have everything I need. Which, yes, I love the sentiment. But that doesn't help me because I'm still trying to find the man a damn gift, okay? So let me just help all of you out because Father's Day is just around the corner. Get your dad something he will actually use, like an upgraded personal care routine from Hawthorne.
Hawthorne takes out the guesswork, which is really what we're looking for when it comes to gift giving. Am I right? Just take their super simple online quiz, which asks fun questions like drink of choice, work environment, other questions like that to help tailor the products and scents to the person you're buying for. And after you take the quiz, Hawthorne will suggest a ton of different product bundles based on the results. So you've got options for hair, skin, body fragrance, even a cologne set.
And look, Hawthorne gets it. Personal care is just that. It is personal. So if for any reason the purchase doesn't work out, they offer free shipping and free returns on every order. So there's really no risk. I actually have gotten the skincare products for Evan right here in the past. Okay. And also some of the cologne. And wow, was that a sexy scent? Okay. It's very good. Very good. Gotta get it again for you. The eucalyptus scented face wash smells incredible. And I would be lying if I said that I didn't steal it from time to time. Sorry about that. I stole a lot of it. I am 100% going to turn to Hawthorne for Father's Day gifting this year. It's guaranteed to be a hit.
Get the perfect Father's Day gift by going to hawthorne.co and use promo code CHATTY. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. That's HAWTHORNE.co. Promo code CHATTY. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase at hawthorne.co. Promo code CHATTY.
Woohoo! All right.
Where are we? Who's up next?
We have Justin next. After Josh, we have Justin. I think Justin's very handsome. I think Justin is going to be, especially in person, top 2 best looking guys on the show. But I feel like Justin is going to be pretty dull. And
I was about to say,
just, yeah.
He screams athlete.
Yes, I thought the same thing. Like, that's the kind of dude who excels at sports because he can just shut off his mind, and just flow.
He just goes.
How the best athletes are like that? They're just kind of like,
he looks
they
like
just go into the sport that they're doing. And he looks like that
bruiser.
kind of person.
He looks like the guy the coach is like, you're going to go in there, you're going to get 5 fouls, and you're going to get 5 fouls fouling this guy. And he's like, got it.
And you're going to fucking do it.
And just fucking...
Yeah.
Ex-athlete, ex-pro,
just
maybe
no
a year.
ball. He's just boom, just foul. It's like, did it, coach?
Justin seems like the kid that wouldn't get freaked out by Greg, the scary coach, screaming at him. Like, Justin would be 7 years old and would just be like, okay.
That, or
I'll do what
he's
I
the
need to
kid
do.
who is like big enough to always be this kid on the team, but he never actually he's like a gentle giant.
No, I feel like
And he
Justin
ended
was
up getting
always a foot
bullied and
taller than
picked on
everyone.
all the time because he was
Yeah.
so big, and he's just naturally strong. He doesn't go to the gym at all, and he's just like a huge softy and sweetheart.
He does
Like
have gentle energy.
Ferdinand.
Yeah,
he
he has
Ferdinand the bull.
he has gentle energy from this photo. But I just have a feeling that he is going to be he's handsome. I think he's going to be so hot IRL, and I think he's just going to not have a lot of dynamic, and it's just not going to last long.
I feel like he
Will
does
he be
something
hot
like...
enough that Katie takes him to fantasy suites?
No.
Do you guys think Katie's going to bring anyone to fantasy suites just for the way they look?
No. I
No?
don't think so. I don't think
she-
so.
I think she might.
He hits me as the guy that she sees him and she's like, whoa.
Dude, think about
That-
the other guys, the guys we've already reviewed, and what a hunk this guy is.
I think Katie might not, I think Katie might come up with these reasons why she's taking him to fantasy suite, but they're kind of a bluff for the real reason, which is
Okay.
just that he's hot as fuck. And
Yeah.
she'd be like, I don't know, there's something imperceptible there that I just can't wrap my head around. There's just something between us.
See,
That's
I
fine. So
feel
you're
like
oh,
if
you want to
Katie,
fuck him.
I feel like if Katie's because I feel like Katie's pretty blatant. I feel like if Katie wants to just have sex with him, she'll be pretty clear that it's I just think he's super, super hot. And I don't know if there's a connection there, but I think he's super hot. I think she'll be direct.
If she takes someone to fantasy suites, though, you can't do
Okay,
that.
Justin's also
you can't admit you're just taking someone to fantasy suites to fuck them.
But she's been breaking the rules already.
But
She
that would
started
be-
breaking the rules. I
Oh
could
my
see
God.
her
No, I'm not
doing
saying that because I'm not saying
Justin's
that.
Canadian.
Wait.
I'm calling it.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
Realized I was like, Midwest vibes? No, highly successful Canadian dude.
That
And
checks.
he's gonna get away. He's gonna get away with honestly saying that he just wants to grow old and watch the water freeze while you sit in sweaters and drink hot toddies and pet
Tim
your
Hortons.
fucking golden retrievers in your sunroom overlooking the private pond.
Okay, here's why I'm saying
you're
Katie
like,
can't say that she wants to bring someone fantasy suites just to fuck him. Not because not that she'll care about what people think about that, but because that comes off as cruel. If you do it on The Bachelor, that comes off as very cruel to say someone you're to admit that you're just taking someone to the next week just because you think they're hot. That's kind of a cruel
but
thing
not
to admit to.
if it's mutual. Not if they're both kind of like,
okay,
yeah, like we have a good time, but they haven't said I love you to each other, and it's kind of just like a good fun energy.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
If he feels the same way, yes. But that would have to be something where they admit it. Otherwise, she would look like a huge dick just being like, I'm just taking him.
True.
You know?
True.
Or this is the guy Katie's just been in relationships with her whole life.
Maybe.
And she's going to be like totally turned off and be like, that's the typical like big hunk of a guy that she just wants to dominate.
But I feel like there will be a couple the guys I've always dated who make it. You know what I mean? It's like you have a couple of the guys the new guys you want to be with that like you can't click with yet, and then there's always a couple of the guys you've been with a million times that like are just such an addiction for you. So it's like he'll be the like chill, doesn't talk much, hunk, you know what I mean? Like just absolute smoke show that's like she'll be like, this is what I typically have. And then there'll be some Gregs, some other guys that are just like happy to be there, very excited, very like intentional with the dates. But the sexual chemistry is just not, it's just trying. You always see the girl like or the guy that was just like, he or she is everything that I need. And then they get cut. You know what I mean? Because it's just like deep down, it's like, I don't want to get with him.
I think I feel that. No, I feel that 100%. And I think that's going to feel confusing too. I think that's going to be like, I just don't know if there's, I think there's going to be a moment of like, I just don't know if there's anyone here for me. Cause it might be like half, like you're saying, half the people might feel like the old ways.
Interesting. All right.
Do we all agree he was an athlete?
Yes.
It has to be a trainer of some sort of athlete.
Well, like, he could have done like lacrosse.
Yeah.
That's true.
You guys want to hear? Ready?
Yeah.
He is an investment sales consultant. He's 26 and he's from Baltimore, Maryland. Now, he says that he is has a great career in investment sales, but he's a very talented painter, apparently.
I've seen people on this show call themselves talented painters before.
Let's keep going though. Let's keep going.
He does say now he's from Baltimore, but per every Silver Lake hipster that we live near, his favorite artist of all time is Basquiat.
Oh.
So
I know who. Confirmed. My thoughts were confirmed
who he is. He now is interesting because it says that now I will tell you this, there's a large bio on this guy, so I wonder
he has a lot to write about himself.
or either he's got a lot to say
far.
Or he goes far, because it's actually a lot of this is getting into that he hasn't found the one. That he's dated around, he hasn't settled down. For Justin, the one is a woman who is someone who is equally beautiful on the inside, outside, trustworthy, committed to the idea of teamwork in a relationship. She's passionate about fitness, but also loves to enjoy a day of barbecuing and a good bottle of Sauvignon Blanc.
Top two.
I mean, dude, it keeps going. There's like a full other paragraph about what he's looking
Blanc,
for.
Yeah, this is
way too specific. It's way too specific for him not to be at least to fantasy suites.
And way too... it's like very neutral details where you're like, okay, like that's a guy.
Yeah, it's like,
that's what I said. He's a guy.
He also seems like emotionally like somewhat aware. When he's talking about like he emphasizes that a relationship is all about teamwork. It's like, okay, he understands this aspect of compromise.
But maybe they're also regurgitations.
Now, interesting. He says Justin considers himself to be very romantic, holds a lot of value in having a strong, intimate connection, both emotionally and physically. Which is this a hint towards a very intense physical connection with Katie and him?
I think the theories check out. Yeah. Yeah, Justin smashes. Justin's the guy who keeps like not replying to your texts, and you keep
and you're heartbroken over him. You think you found the one. He talked to you about Basquiat at the bar for 45 minutes, and you really like Basquiat too. In fact, you have a little Basquiat tattoo on your left shoulder, and that's how he noticed you. And he talked to you, and then you guys had sex, and then he never called you back.
No, Justin's the one you text him a nude. You think you're like really doing something, and he texts back, "Beautiful, babe."
Ooh, that hurts.
Oh, my whole body.
It's like a participation award.
Oh no, my whole
He's
body.
like, cool, man, you're doing a great job. I'm really happy for you. You're like, he's like, by the way, I get way better shit than this, like regularly.
Oh, that hurts my whole body. It's like all you're wanting is like there's like an all caps, like Jesus Christ, with like tons of flames, like 15 messages back, and he just goes, beautiful, babe.
X.
Oh my God. Oh, it hurts my whole body.
Oh, beautiful, babe. That's like so specific and so gnarly. That's worse than being like, why did you send me this?
I'd rather get, why did you send me
Beautiful
this?
babe is like complimenting your mom. Being like, beautiful mom, good job.
Admit
You know what I mean?
though-
Like,
Admit though, those are the kinds of responses that I give.
Oh yeah, Grace. Oh, Grace, like nice.
If Becca sends you a nude, you say nice back.
Double taps it. Like, love. Oh wait, no, love. Double tap, love.
no.
Becca, what do you?
I'm not laughing.
No,
It's just,
Gray will
I'm not
send
laughing
back
because
an
I think it's
emoji.
sick. It's true.
Gray
I was
will
just
like
like,
send
oh,
back
I
like
don't know what
this
to do with
emoji.
this.
Gray will send back like this emoji, like, and you're just like, what the fuck does that mean?
You're like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Grace
I'm
like,
just in my mind. I'm like, whatever I say, I'm gonna fuck this up. So I just say like, I try to go as neutral as possible. Be like,
Do you send then a nude back?
no,
Do you then reciprocate?
never, not once,
Never. Oh my God! You
spread
gotta start.
butthole.
You gotta start sending
no.
those pics.
Gray's never
nothing
sent a
good
nude in
comes
his
with
life.
sending pictures of your. fucking
He's
dick to
literally
people.
never in his life sent a nude.
Oh my God! I mean, if I send a nude, I appreciate a nude back.
Dude, sending a nude to me is like, okay, sick. Here's license to blackmail me forever.
Has
I've
never.
taken a picture of my dick, but I've never sent a picture of my dick to anybody.
And it's in like a secret hidden, like it's in the
like
hidden
that.
folder in your
Move
phone.
Yeah, it turns out he's
I
got
wonder what it
hundreds
looks
of
like,
pics.
you know? Like, what's it look like to other people? Just snap a picture, be like, oh yeah,
Just
okay.
a POV.
it's a penis.
Just to wonder, you know, because like I see it every day, but like what I see in my dick might be different than what someone else sees. Just like the way you look at a friend and you're like, I see this, this, and this, and someone else sees them and you're like, I don't get any of that.
Bro, Justin, one last thing. He wouldn't offer to buy your drink. You'd be sitting and chatting with
No.
him, and he wouldn't
No.
offer
Okay,
to buy
let's
your
move
drink.
on.
And
No,
he's like,
you
you're
would
getting
Teased
so hard
by
on
this
it.
next guy. And
No,
this
you would
next
have
guy,
to.
though.
You would have to go up to Justin. Like he'd be giving you eye contact at the bar for about 2 hours, and you'd be doing the eyes like come over, and he will. For his life, he will never come to you. You have to go to him.
No, or he
You
will come
have
to you,
go to
but he
him.
still won't buy your drink.
Well,
or
and but I
that.
feel like if he comes by, it would be a little bit kind of like
Accidental.
an accidental, like, oh hey, like not an intentional. But you guys have been making fucking eye contact, and he refuses to be the one to do it. Now, I
Also-
will say this: it says that it literally says specifically, Justin does not like to dance. Period. At all. Period.
Oh yeah, he's the guy where someone tries to pull him on the dance floor and he's like, no, bitch. And then he's like, no. And he's like actually trying to get his hand out of her.
Yeah, and it makes
his
the
wrist out
date
of her
it
hand.
makes the date really awkward. Like you feel like you're being playful and you're having a
Yeah.
cute moment. You're like, "Come on, Justin,"
Yes,
and then
and
he's
he's
like,
like,
"No, I'm
no."
serious." And you're like, "Oh,
That's a dark, weird moment where you're like, wow, I didn't know that about him. Because you go to weddings, and I always think about this. Like, getting drunk at a wedding and dancing is just like par for the course, in my opinion. Like, it's not about
Sure,
being good at
of course.
dancing. It's not about anything.
No,
It's about just going.
always.
It's going as a couple or going
You're
with
just
friends and
living
just
your
having a
life.
good time. But you always see, and I see this every single wedding I go to, no matter how big, how small, there's always like the girl that you kind of know has this boyfriend you don't know. And he just refuses to go on the dance floor. And he's sitting by himself back at the table.
Yeah.
And every time I wonder, because I go like, just get on the dance floor and kind of like do one of these. Like you're just like, it's not about being good. It's just kind of moving and just being like with everyone. But if you're willing to literally just be like, no, go by yourself. I refuse because I will not be
Yeah.
embarrassed because I take myself that seriously. That's a weird move to me.
yeah."
That's the first dark sign I've seen of Justin. Justin, by far to me, has been like super cool guy. Every girl likes him. But that I will not dance no matter what move. That's a weird move to me.
yeah.
Like go out and just kind of move a little bit. Like all your friends are there. Do it. Yeah. Hey, your girl's gonna love it. Hey, let's go.
move a
But if you're
little
like, no, you will be out there by yourself.
It makes
you're
me
fucking
wanna,
weird,
it makes
dude.
me renege on the thought I had about him. I was going to say that he seems like a
Gentle
guy
giant.
where every guy's so nice to him that he just is a nice guy because everyone's just always been nice to him.
Yeah.
But once you said that now the fact that he said that about himself though, that he doesn't
Now,
you know,
I don't
like,
doubt that everyone likes him. I don't doubt that everyone's gonna like him, that Katie's gonna like him, that a lot of people meet him and like him. But it's more like when you really get to know him well, there are those moments where it's like, I'm not gonna go dance with you, and you're like, oh, I thought you'd be okay with this, and that kind of throws me off that you're like not okay.
I mean, look at how casual his shirt is.
Runner up right here. We're looking at runner up material.
Number two for sure.
Not only is this a knit shirt, it's also a knit shirt with a pocket. Like, this is like so casual, and he like is like, why would I wear a collared shirt for this stupid fucking photo shoot?
I could see Katie choosing him and them not being together because it's like he's like so perfect when you first get to know him, and then you get to actually intimately know him, and he has a lot of isms that are difficult to live with.
Yeah, and also just might not be the person he presents as, like not in a like evil way, but just in a
just
way.
like yeah. All right, next we have Carl with a K. Now I can't talk about this man because I have seen he's one of the only ones aside from Brandon that I have seen on Instagram, so I know a lot about Carl.
Okay.
Okay, right now he looks like someone's dad on a
looks like
sitcom.
Will Smith.
He looks like someone's dad on a sitcom.
That's what I'm saying.
totally
It's this.
Yes, exactly.
It's like two guys and a best friend, move into New York City. One's a bartender, one's a successful businessman, and the other, well, it's up to you. Yeah, it's this. It's just like
it's Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, it's very. It's this NBC, the comedy you never wanted.
His name's Carl.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's just Carl. It could not be more perfect.
I love it. I love Carl.
Dude, golden retriever vibes.
100%.
For sure, golden
Big
retriever.
time.
Carl's
inoffensive in every way.
Carl comes into the backyard party. Like, I'm picturing like pool summer party for adults. There's like burgers on the grill, like a kid's birthday party, and all the parents, including the kids, are like, "Carl!" And he's like, "Oh shit, the kids."
He comes into the party and he goes, "All right."
Yeah.
And everyone loves it. Everyone fucking
Everyone loves Carl.
Dang,
Carl's
this is great.
Carl's like the person at the bank. He's like the person at the bank who like sits behind the desk and like helps you open up a bank account for the first time.
He takes
And he's
photos
gonna
with
be
the
like
group.
you have such quality customer experience with him that you
Yes.
write a positive review. Like, you love Carl so much. Carl,
And you're
like,
probably embarrassed because he's like, and this account has, and he lowers his voice slightly, like $17 in it. So are we going to draw from this
I'm not
one
trying to
or
embarrass you.
the savings? And you're just
so
kind of
just
like,
so you know, if
the
you wanted,
savings.
he's like, just so you know, like, I know you're wanting to open a credit card, but like your credit score is like outrageously low, but it's okay. We'll talk through it. I'm going to find you some options for you. I'll write them down. I'll pass the score. I'll
Happens
write
more
it down
often
and I'll
than you
pass
think.
it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You're just like, thank you so much, Carl. No, I totally get that.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's just a good time. He's the guy that laughs at his own jokes, more than anyone else laughs at his jokes. So he's the guy that, like, when you're at the bank and he goes, I'll tell him, like, my balance isn't as good as it used to be. Anyway,
Sadly,
he just
though.
cracks up with his own little like weird quips about the bank, like punny jokes that he has, and he's just like, dude, what a great day. Like, he's just mellow and he's easy.
I'm sadly that guy at the bank. I crack bank jokes the whole time. The teller's doing whatever the fuck I'm in there for.
What does he really do?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Carl is 34. He's one of the older guys, and he is a motivational speaker from
Yes, he is.
Miami,
Yes, he
Florida.
is. That was too obvious. That's almost too obvious.
Right? He was, okay, so I will say this. Carl, the reason I ended up like finding him on Instagram is because he was the one of all the cast members for this season. He went in having the most followers. He already was like a little Insta famous, like
He
via
does
his
the
motivational
TikToks every
speaking.
single day because he knows that the
Yes.
best engagement comes from doing a reel and a TikTok every day.
Exactly. He's charismatic, confident. He's extremely bubbly. I'll say this: high energy, fun.
Yeah. He might actually give you bad investment advice to go like all in on some cryptocurrency that's like actually fake.
BitConnect.
Yeah.
Just full. It says here that he has had a hard time fully committing because his professional goals have outweighed his personal ones.
He has probably worked in an MLM or two at some
or
point.
3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Man, this is tough. I really like this guy. I really like his vibe. He seems so nice. He seems kind. But my whole thing with the motivational speaker thing is like, aren't you supposed to have done something and then you can tell me how to be amazing in life?
But maybe he has.
Okay,
that's why it says his professional goals have outweighed.
Okay,
maybe
cool.
he's
so
had.
Then if he's and then he like successful, and then you go, hey, by the way, now I'm going to train people how to be successful. Although the Tony Robbins thing, apparently he did it for nothing. But even still, I'm always just kind of like, what did you do before? But if you're just a motivational guy, I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit wary of those types.
Very skeptical.
Just wanted to give halftime speeches as a career.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tell people it's going to be great when you don't even know, you know?
Well, but of course, Carl's favorite holiday is New Year's Day because he loves the feeling of a fresh start.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Carl wakes up in the morning. He has his coffee. It's set to go. He always makes an egg sunny side up. It's always sunny side up on some toast. He is just like, he is up with the birds. He is going to be a guy in the house who you're going to see like montages of Carl up while all the other guys are snoozing.
Yes.
And Carl's worked out, meditated, made breakfast for everyone, and like, you know, written a song or two down in his journal.
Yeah, does a lot of breath work.
Does a lot of breath work before the day has even begun, truly. That's what we're going to see from Carl, I think.
Or Carl's the guy that actually doesn't do all that stuff. He just tells other people to do it.
Or he does and then gets resentful at people for not following like the example that he's setting forth. To be like 1 week in, he'll make breakfast every single day for everybody. And then he'll be like, what did you guys wake up and make me breakfast for once?
What the fuck, guys?
He's like that. He like hates fucking lazy people.
All right.
Moving on.
Yep.
Next, we have Kyle, and no one has ever looked more like a Kyle in their entire life.
No,
Oh my God. Just Kyle with a white shirt on a white background.
If this guy is not from San Diego, like I know half of these men are from San Diego. If Kyle is not from San Diego, I will be distraught because this is a San Diegan guy.
It could be Denver
That's true.
Oh, okay, yeah, Denver
Love
for
skiing.
sure.
with that little like thermal knit.
Yeah.
Loves hiking, skiing.
No, but he's this guy that says he loves hiking and skiing, but he's like not really very good at either. Like for hiking,
Yes.
he maybe does like a 2.5 mile round trip hike on like Saturdays, like a Runyon Canyon kind of guy who says that like he loves hiking in his Tinder bio. And then when you go on the hikes with him, you're like, wait, these are like the top 5 most popular hikes in the city that are like 45 minutes long. Like,
Yeah.
what? And then
Did you just Google this, or
Like he just does Griffith Park every weekend.
Yes, exactly. And is like, I love hiking. Like he says that in his dating apps. And then what was the other thing you said that he might be good at?
Oh, me?
Someone said he was good at something else, hiking and.
Oh,
Riding it. He looks like a road bike guy.
honestly, to me, he hits me as super athlete. He hits me as like, he looks like a guy to me that runs like 100-mile marathons.
Triathlons.
Like he looks like a guy that works for like Runner's World or something like that.
Oh, totally. Loves
Yeah.
beach volleyball.
loves
yeah.
a game of beach volleyball. Definitely. I mean, Kyle is another one that I think, like Justin, he looks cute in the photo. I think when we see him IRL, he is going to be exceptionally attractive. And I could see Katie. Listen, Katie took a hot, long vacation in San Diego recently. She was posting like crazy, hanging out with a lot of guys that look like Kyle. Kyle might get to number 5, and then like she finds out that he's a little douchier than she'd like, or he lied about something. Like maybe he has a girlfriend at home still, and she's like, nah, I'm done with Kyle. But she's going to take Kyle too far, I think. I think he's going to go for a long time.
That makes sense. He looks like the male version of Katie.
He does kind of.
Like he just looks like Katie in a male body to me. Like his name's Kyle. Look, you know what I mean? Like just everything
Kyle and
about
Katie.
him looks like maybe even brother. Like they just look very like similar to me.
He kind of gives me gym vibes.
Stop.
Now I do agree with you. I think on this one,
You see with the eyes and the
see
smile
this one.
with the,
I do
with
see
the
this
jawline
one.
a little bit.
he's the
This-
better looking one.
I was going to say this looks like Jim's hot older
Yeah.
brother or like younger brother that comes into the office. And yeah, he's the better looking
He looks like a
version.
baseball player.
He totally looks like a
Yeah.
college baseball player.
Yeah, I definitely.
I bet he's from San Diego too. I was going to say that.
He has to be.
Yeah.
No one's ever looked more San Diego than
I
him.
But for
definitely-
good reasons.
Yeah. I definitely slept with this guy in college.
Okay, chill.
I know, I'm just saying, like, this is the type of guy. This is a guy I go to the party, the baseball party, and like you sleep with this guy at school.
Right.
Evan, do you need a virtual hug?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna be checking out soon.
Okay.
This is the last one I'm doing.
No. You guys, I just looked at where he's from and it's not San Diego.
Dang it.
But it's the next best thing. Fort
San
Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah, the San Diego of the East Coast, the Southeast.
Yeah.
God.
That's the San Diego of Florida, my guys. Yeah.
This is the burrito capital of Florida.
Absolutely. And what do you guys think he does?
I think it has to be athletically related, like some sort of thing. Like
Absolutely. He's in like.
he takes
he's-
boats out. He takes like
could be. Go.
Sorry, no, he people rent sporty boats to take out for like the day. And he like is he's like the guy like what pilot like captain. He's like the guy who takes boats out. He's got the Oakleys on and he's just like, what's up, you guys?
He's got
It's gonna be an
zinc
awesome
on.
day." Yeah, he's got
Zinc on
zinc
his
on.
face.
And he's just
So
like mellow and he
funny.
takes the boats out.
My first my gut reaction was like he wears canvas sandals.
Yeah.
You know, when they frill off.
Yes.
And he
yes.
he does like fan boat stuff. That
There
was
you
like
go.
my initial
Oh, wow.
thought, like, and related to alligators in some way.
Okay,
like a
cool.
fan boat alligator thing.
It's a little more
The other one
southern
was-
style Florida.
Supplement salesman.
Oh, I like that. That works.
I mean, I will say
CBD.
this. You guys were on a certain vibe because it says that his lifelong idol is Steve Irwin.
Oh, see, that makes
Wow.
sense.
So he feels that, but in fact, Kyle is a technical recruiter.
Okay, here's the deal.
All these guys have those types of jobs.
Every
They
single
all have
one of
those
these
types of
guys,
jobs.
yeah. Every single one of these guys' jobs they're nothing. They're nothing jobs. Technical recruiter, financial
this?
skin
What is he?
analyst, whatever.
I'm
Kyle.
baptized from the baby. What is he again? Technical recruiter?
Technical recruiter.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're
Fort,
not real
Fort
jobs.
Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, of course.
They're
of course.
jobs that you make up. Like they're just
Yeah.
kind of like I've never met anyone who does any of these jobs.
Business analyst.
Skin salesman. I mean, at least that guy has like a real thing. I mean, that's just fucking
some niche.
wild.
That just gets creepier and creepier.
I bet, like,
every time we bring it up, he's like a fucking legal version of Buffalo Bill.
He's like, it puts the lotion in that's one of his bits. He's like, it puts the lotion in the basket. I'm just kidding. How you guys doing?
He's like, this skin. He's like, we're talking about $300 a square inch. He goes, I got cheaper stuff in the back in the trunk of my car though.
What if
Just gotcha.
what if all of these guys are actually personal trainers and they're just like making up job titles?
Probably.
Like biological technician.
Right.
And you're
But
like,
honestly-
oh, I don't know what that
Honestly,
is.
they probably don't want to get razzed by people like us doing
Yeah.
cast bios
Yeah.
because we always come
probably
for
all
all
made
the
up.
personal trainers and they all just making up shit.
Yeah.
But Kyle is a technical recruiter. But like I said, Steve Irwin is his
Sorry.
Steve Irwin is his idol. So, maybe he does want to do that pontoon boat type lifestyle. He wants to have a princess for his Prince Charming.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
God, give me a break, guy.
No, thank
And a
you.
barf and a barf and a barf, barf, barf.
And a barf. All right, next we
up.
have Landon.
Landon.
Get
Now,
the fuck out. That's
Now,
his name.
His
Landon.
name is Landon.
Landon
The most-
lives for cocaine.
the most Landon.
And he loves being told that he looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Yes.
it's his favorite compliment.
Now, this is what I will say about Landon. Out of all the guys, some of them, I could give or take about running into them at the bar. Now, Landon is the one I want to run into the bar with my girlfriends. And run into at the bar with my girlfriends.
Yes.
He look it. Landon, does he actually have money? Debatable, but who the fuck cares? Because when you go out with him, he is going to buy a table. He is going to buy all the fucking drinks for the ladies. He's going to be like, you get the most expensive champagne you want on the list. And you're like, fuck yeah.
Girl, you preach. We live for a Landon. We love a Landon at the bar. He is generous. He is kind.
And he's too worried about going to do coke in the bathroom that he doesn't actually give a shit about you. He's like, get whatever you want from the most expensive champagnes.
Exactly. And he's not creepy. He's kind of doing his own thing, but he just likes to be surrounded by energy. So he'll pay for that energy to surround him. And we're
Landon
like, sounds
also,
great.
Yeah.
He doesn't just have money, he comes for money, because look at how smooth the skin is around his eyes.
He doesn't have a worry line in sight.
Not one, dude. He's definitely the
comes
dude
from
who
money.
you meet at the bar.
Wow.
Who's like, yo, you and your friends are super cool. Like the guys you came with also, like, you guys want to go party on our boat? Like we have a boat parked like right outside the club, and you're like, what the fuck? And you look out and there's like a 200-foot fucking yacht like outside there, and he's like, yeah, dude, like, let's go. And you're like,
and he's got a Bible quote in his bio, and like, I'm down for Landon. I'm down for it. 100%. He's not going to bother me. I'm not going to bother him. Yeah. We're gonna coexist happily, and he's going to buy me shit.
Party's so fucking hard with Landon.
Daddy Landon takes care of all of us. He takes care. It's not just the women either. Like you said, like he's like, oh, you have your men with you. Like they can come on the boat too. Like he's taking care of everybody.
Katie's going to keep him around just for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best dude to run into on your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because when he finds out it's your birthday, he loses his shit. So he's like having a great night out, everyone, and you're like, he's like, what are you guys doing here? What are you guys doing here in Miami? And you're like, dude, honestly, we just came down. Like, COVID's been crazy, and like, I got vaccinated, and I'm just down here, like, just trying to kind of have a night out. And he goes, really? Like, and you're like, yeah, it's my birthday. And he goes, what? Are you Jesse? Dude, it's his birthday, dude.
Shots everywhere.
Listen, you guys are riding with us for the rest of the night. You're riding with us for the rest of the night. I know every club owner. We're done. We're done.
And then
Get in the back.
And he's like, shut up. Get in the back. We're going now.
Because he's doing so much.
How many are you with? We need 3 more. 3 more cards.
Landon is the one though, like at the end of the night, he's getting too drunk, so he's slurring his words where he's like, Jesse, you got to get him more shots, and you're like, no, Landon. And he's like, come on,
you have to get more
he's like,
shots.
Come on, and he like grabs your face. He's like, it's your fucking birthday, man, and you're like,
and you're
okay,
like,
I wanna
dude,
go home.
Landon, you smell so strong of tequila. Like, God bless, but like, just leave me be. Listen, Landon is an interesting character.
Tell us what he does.
I have to say, Gray, are you ready to hear? Are you ready to hear about Landon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Landon is 25.
Yep, of course he's
young. Yeah. Okay. He is a basketball coach from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's a basketball. It says that he
college or like high school or
like, what does that even mean?
So it says after a successful collegiate basketball career while working hard to receive his master's degree in global business, Landon is finally ready for marriage and children. So that didn't really answer. Okay, so after a successful collegiate basketball career, so is he teaching collegiate basketball? Or is he coaching?
Or middle school or high school?
I'll tell you what that is.
It's very unclear because it says he's also trying to get his master's in global business.
I'll tell you what that is.
Global business.
His dad, the guy who owns the 200-foot yacht, super successful.
The one who owns the university?
His
Who's
dad,
the dean?
His dad is struggling with the fact that he's going to leave his son the company. And so he's going, hey, man, you need to go get your global business degree to make me feel good about the fact that I'm going to leave you an $800 million company. And I'm having massive anxiety about it. And the fact that you're like filling your time coaching your buddy's like team or whatever, like is giving me anxiety. You got to finish this global business degree. I'm going to send you over to China for 2 months to like intern with the guy I know. Because I can't handle the fact that like you're going to get all my hard work.
Honestly, that's
so Billy Madison.
That is such a big tell that his master's degree is in global business. Like, yeah, his dad is, we were right, his dad is fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%.
So ambiguous too.
But the basketball team he coaches is like him and his friends' intramural league.
Yeah.
That he's the coach for it. And they're really serious about it.
That's like him trying to come up with like some sort of job for himself. It's like, yeah, I am a basketball coach.
That's what I mean. It's a weird deal.
Here's Landon's downfall. Downfall. He'll be having a conversation with Katie, and someone will make a joke about a prenup, and she'll be like, what do you think about that? And he'll be like, oh no, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, I would definitely I could see that, literally him going home after a conversation about a prenup, and him and it being a joke, but him being like, I'm not gonna, no, I definitely get a prenup. You never know what might happen. And Katie will be like, you don't believe in love.
Well,
he'll be like my older brother's mom, didn't get a prenup with my dad, and she left with half his shit and took off with $75 million, and my dad had to build his fortune back up after that.
he's like, you don't understand. I've seen it.
He'll say some shit like that, and you realize she'll be like, how many siblings do you have? And he's like, oh, 4. I'll be like, they're all half brothers though.
They're all half. Well, interesting. It says it literally says his only major turnoff is someone who doesn't mix well with his family. So family's got fucking cash, and also
Issues.
big question mark. Does he get to top 4? If they're bringing up something about his family, does he get to top 4?
Yes, I think he does. I was actually thinking, I think he gets far. It's between Landon and Justin. Those are 2 guys from the ghosts of Katie's past who are going
What's
to
gonna
haunt
happen
the
is
final 4.
he's gonna go to top 4, and she's gonna get weird vibes from his dad.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
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 Speak it a prophet Gray.
Yes, drinking human blood vibes. Illuminati.
No,
shit.
he's gonna say some offhand. His dad's
Billionaire
gonna say some.
vibes, dude. His head's gonna be oddly large, and his eyes are gonna be popping out.
His dad's gonna be offhand misogynistic. His dad's gonna be offhandedly misogynistic, and Katie's gonna be like.
Yes.
See, I'm getting the mom vibe is going to be off. Because the dad's kind of he's so rich and also just so whatever. He actually wants his son to stop coaching basketball and to find a good wife and to get this global business shit together. So he's going to meet her and be like, finally,
hey,
not a party
she's
girl
smart.
that you met at the club that's doing cocaine on my boat. Finally just a girl that I want you with. And the mom is going to be kind of just more my son, she's going to be doing this. My son deserves the world. And she's going to be like, oh my,
she'll be drunk.
This is crazy. Yeah, she'll be drunk and she'll kind of just be like, listen, my son.
You know what she'll say?
Because she knows he's underappreciated by the dad. So it's kind of always this thing.
You know what she'll say too? She'll say something offhandedly as a funny thing and be like, I used to do his laundry until he was 23.
It's just gonna creep her ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Failure to launch.
And she knows that saying that is going to be a turnoff to Katie. We're really crafting a whole fucking narrative.
But I feel bad for the kid. I truly do believe that he's underappreciated by his dad, and his mom is still giving him Uncrustables.
Oh my God. Okay, I feel like we're gonna like him from this, and then let's move on. Let's move on. But here's the thing. Landon, his nickname is Sunshine. He is a proud and loyal believer, and he loves a good game of Settlers of Catan.
All right, I'm down with that.
We're down.
So we kind of nailed it.
Kind of nailed it. We'll see what Landon's story holds. So let's move on to Marcus.
Marcus invented Google.
Marcus is an inventor. Marcus is a kind soul. He is so excited to be here, and he has a lot of visions for how this company is moving forward. And Katie's gonna be like, what company? And he'll be like, oh, so sorry. And he'll just kind of he'll often mistake Katie for his business. It'll just be kind of interchangeable.
Mistake Katie for the business.
An interchangeable vibe.
Marcus wanted to be a dolphin trainer when he was a kid, and then his dad was like, why don't you be something a little more practical, son, like an accountant? And then he's like, you're probably right, Dad. And now he still thinks about being a dolphin trainer, but instead he's a business analyst, some whatever, insert ambiguous business related name.
And he goes to the all-inclusives that offer like dolphin swimming and shit.
Oh my God, he loves to kiss the dolphin on the nose and get the photo that he can frame in his bedroom
Every year.
And put on his Tinder account.
Yes, he's cute. He's sweet.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have a crush on Marcus. Like if he'd come in, I'd be like, okay, like you're cute, and I don't know.
Trustworthy.
Marcus sold his company to Snapchat for $28 million. Now he goes, money doesn't buy happiness, which is also a very rich guy thing to say. And then he goes, now he spends his life like traveling and like has a YouTube channel, and he's like, guys, I'm here in Bali with the blah 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 exhibit, and the dolphins are amazing. And you're just like, listen, bro, like stop presenting like this is how you can live your life. And it's like, because he sold his facial recognition software or whatever.
I definitely got the vibe that Marcus is one of the wealthiest people here, and you like don't know it right away, like unlike Landon,
Again, look at the area around his eyes.
But yeah, it's bright. It's full of life.
Full of life.
It's wealthy.
Full of life.
You can just tell. But Marcus also, I lost it. I had something there, and I just... Marcus crushes it on Bumble out of all the dating apps. Not Tinder, not whatever the other ones, Hinge. No, Bumble.
Bumble is where it's at for Marcus. Yes, I hear
nice
you.
Smile.
He's a very nice smile. He feels kind and approachable. You know who Marcus is? Marcus is the guy at the bar that like when I'm feeling stressed out because like there's a ton of creeps there and they're being too aggressive and annoying, I find Marcus, like I seek out Marcus. I see him by himself or with a friend in the corner, his bright smile, he seems approachable, and like I would go out of my way to be like, oh my God, it's crazy here tonight, right? And we would have a conversation, and then he wouldn't try to take me home, but like I would be like, maybe we should meet up sometime. I'd give him my number.
Now I have a new thought. Instead of owning the app, what if he is like the head of the team of like marketing strategy for a dating app, and he's the one, and like
yes,
everyone like at the dating app company like goes to ask Marcus the question, and like Marcus may not own the company, but he's built the company to what it is.
Yes,
from the inside
I
out.
like that.
Yes, because he cares so much. He loves what he does so much.
I think Marcus will do well.
I think Marcus is going to do well too.
He looks like the dude on the dating apps commercial.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he's going to be a fan favorite, like Dr. Joe became a fan favorite last year.
Yeah, like a little icon.
Yes, I think Marcus will be an icon this year. I think the women are going to just love Marcus.
He commutes on his bike to work.
Yeah.
Yes, he became for the environmental purpose, not because he needs to, because he really cares about the environment.
Marcus looks fucking hot in a flannel, and when he wears like a flannel to a brewery, like girls flock to him.
Yes.
He loves IPAs.
Loves IPAs.
Half of the guys here do.
That's very true. You guys want to hear what Marcus does?
Yeah.
Marcus is a real estate agent.
Of course he is. Yeah, of course. Of course he is. And I bet he fucking kills it.
Now,
Marcus is a skin What?
he's also a skin salesman.
There can only be one.
You guys, Marcus is 30. He looks very young. He's from Portland. Now, it says that he has a calming presence about him, and he's built a very successful professional life investing in properties. So he is...
He's one of the wealthiest.
Yes, they've emphasized his success. So he's rich. He's very rich.
I think he could make it like close to all the way. I think he could make it top 3.
Oh my God, I would.
He
love
also happens
that.
to be in the top 3 hottest. I mean, there's like 5 hot guys here, and everyone else is like less than.
Marcus is cute. Also, he loves to play board games. He's found great joy in taking in all that is the Portland culinary scene. He's a Portland guy. They're gonna like each other.
Portland, though.
He's from Portland, but obviously he's not originally. Yeah, he's from somewhere else.
He's from like Nevada.
Oh, he's a little germaphobe. It says he fears a world where soap does not exist. That's one of his fun facts.
Yeah, no, he's going far.
He would love to be Spider-Man for a day, even though he's scared of spiders.
Yeah, these are a lot of facts. He's going far.
Yeah.
He's going fucking far. All right, Marcus, we see you. We see you.
We see you, Marcus. We see you.
He's definitely a dude that waits outside for an hour and a half because of a new pop-up.
Yeah.
Like a new restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I like him personally.
But I think he's a cutie pie. All right, next, and I'm going to let you 3 roll while I pee. Next, we have Marty. Marty is next.
Damn.
Now, Marty's gotten
East
this is
Coast
an intentional
vibes.
look.
For sure.
Marty, I mean, this is a curated look, you know, like Marcus, it looks like he gets his eyebrows waxed.
He looks like the 1980s version of T.I.
There's a little MC Hammer vibe going on.
100%, but he's got like T.I.'s smile.
He's jacked.
Absolutely.
Like
he's
traps
an
are on
athlete.
10.
And he knows it. No, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Marty,
his
We always
thing.
get the few
he's got a
ex-football
name.
players
His
in
name
here.
is Marty. His name's
Okay.
Marty, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's definitely but
Dude,
is
those are big fucking
those are
traps,
big chains.
dude.
Big traps, big chains.
Yeah.
Two
Those aren't
chains.
subtle. Those are like some big ass chains. He's got he's got earrings. Dude, those eyes are so crystal blue. Like, are those contacts?
I was
like,
about to
what
say,
Do you
is
think
he's
he?
got
that, bro?
real
Do you think he
crystally
plucks
blue
his
eyes.
eyebrows to draw more attention
plus
to the eyes?
dimples.
He's incredibly immaculately manicured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot be more perfectly just manicured.
His
than this man.
eyebrows are manicured, bro.
Everything manicured.
He almost looks like a cartoon character because everything is kind of
He
like.
looks like a superhero.
This guy understands GTL. I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, all the way. But he's definitely not, Northeast. He's definitely, Florida. 100%. That's a Florida vibe.
For sure.
What?
Tampa.
Yeah, right. I'm feeling my jammy, but Tampa too works.
Maybe he now lives in Miami. Maybe he's actually from Tampa.
Yeah, he's okay. So, what do you guys think?
Or is he Daytona?
That works too. Indy 500.
He could be Daytona Beach.
Either way,
Florida.
it's just a place where people are just getting lit.
Where are we at with Marty?
We haven't done any
buddy.
facts. We know nothing. We just
Are
kind of did
you
a
ready
breakdown.
to hear about Marty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Marty is 25. He is from Reno, Nevada, and he is a dancer.
Wow.
Okay, so he's the real
So
deal.
off.
That's what I'm going to say about Marty.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal. He's got the muscles and
Yes.
the he's got the
No,
he's got
dancer
the chops
explains
to back
the
up the
physique
look.
and the self care.
So that's dope, honestly.
It's just
I'm into
about
that.
time we had someone that does what they want to do.
Yeah.
All these jobs, by the way, have just been, I'm a human analyst, and you're just like, what is that? I'm a business consultant. What is that even?
Daddy,
it's just
please be proud of me,
But
is
what
what I'll
I
be
really
saying.
like. But what I really like is bodybuilding or dancing or clubbing or skiing or whatever. But it's like, this guy finally is what he looks like. He's shredded. He's got 2 chains. He's got crystal blue eyes. He's got perfectly manicured hair and no, unibrow, perfectly everything. And he's a dancer. And you're like, yes, that whole thing works.
Now, not to jump to conclusions here, but it says he is from Reno, which is the baby Vegas, and he's a dancer, and it says specifically,
Chippendales.
it says he likes to show off his rock and bod.
You're
Chippendales.
So is he perhaps a Chippendales dancer?
Which is the fun that this
Which is
tracks
so
because
fun.
they would throw that in for Katie.
For Katie, because she's a sex positive queen. Like, I would love to see a Chippendales dancer in Katie's cast. So I feel like
that's gonna happen.
his self-declared tagline is Marty brings the party. Just
Oh
FYI.
my god,
God.
dude. Reno, Nevada? Are you kidding me?
So he's but this
He
guy's
might
got
come out on a
multiple
stripper
hats.
pole.
He has many hats. If he's a stripper, he's also, like I said, bartender, personal trainer, real estate agent, obscure medical wares salesman.
Here's
Cutco.
what happens. Here's what
Cutco,
happens.
door to door for
there you go,
Cutco when
Cutco.
he's got time.
He strips. That's his thing. He gets out the car, rips off the tux,
Yeah.
and then has
Speedo.
her sit and does the whole thing, Speedo, the dance on her, goes around from
Yeah.
Reno, Nevada, and I'm, Marty brings the party, and like that's
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
Like, and she's either gonna hate it or love
I
it.
hope
Yeah.
he intros that way for her.
Okay, now
All right.
please contrast, not contract. Please contrast
The next guy.
Marty
Marty with Michael.
with Michael. Marty is going to stress the shit out of Michael. Michael is going to be following
He's a
behind
risk
Marty.
analyst.
Yeah, being like,
For an insurance company.
oh God, please do not dance on that staircase. It is probably going to break. I don't know if that's actually hardwood.
No, he's like, guys, I've seen a lot. You wouldn't believe the amount of cases I've seen with staircases, guys.
You wouldn't listen. You wouldn't think, would you? But the amount of accidents I have witnessed.
He kind of always has this like nervous smile on his face. He's always like kind of anxious, looking around, analyzing risk everywhere he turns.
He deals with like
Yes.
commercial liability insurance policies.
100%. It's like, Becca, what you said. It's like that show Ozark with Jason Bateman. He's a risk analysis guy. Like, this looks like that character to
Yes.
me.
Oh, he looks just like
his whole
Jason
thing is just
Bateman.
like anal retentive. Like, and the issue is that there's too many outlying cons. You know what I mean? And you're just like, dude, chill. Like, we're just
Michael's
going to the
one
lake.
who's asking the producer, like, what kind of policy do you guys have to get in each new recording place
This
you record?
must be a nightmare for you.
but seriously, how much do you think? Like, how big of a policy do you think that you have for the set?
Yeah. And the guy's like, what?
He doesn't get along with the other guys, but he really gets along with a lot of the crew. He's very like
no.
he
No,
wants
the
to talk
crew's
to the
annoyed as
crew.
He's talking to
the crew-
like the PAs, and he's
No,
like,
the
"What's your
crew
5-year
doesn't-
plan?"
The crew doesn't like him, but
Yeah.
he doesn't like the other guys. He likes the crew, and they're like, "Oh fuck, it's Michael again."
And Michael thinks
Yeah.
he's in with all of
Because he's
that.
always
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
like-
their 5-year plan, or like, what do you guys do? Have you guys started a Roth IRA yet?
What type of insurance do you guys need for this situation? Like, is it an individual plan? Like, what's
He's
the?
an
Let
LL
me ask
Bean
you
guy.
this: Do you smoke?
Yeah, look at that sweater.
He's like, "Do you smoke? Did you smoke in college?"
That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a
What
problem on your
I was
Long
gonna
policy.
say high
term.
risk.
What does he do? Please tell us.
Okay, it says he's a business owner, and that's it. So we're not sure. He's from Akron, Ohio, and he is a single father for an amazing 4-year-old son, James. He says the two of them are a package deal. Let's see.
Oh
he
my
wants
God, he
a
got
witty
let
woman.
down.
Which means that he says he has you guys, yes. He has a very self-deprecating sense of humor. Or no, excuse me. A self-deprecating sense of humor is a turn on for Michael.
Okay.
Okay, he's a
Interesting.
business owner. Mm-hmm. I think that means that like his family owned a Dairy Queen, and it got like handed down to him.
Sure.
And so it's like very ambiguous, like business owner, you know?
It's a
It
really
says-
successful Dairy Queen though, or he owns like a slew of DQs,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe his family owns a couple AM PMs.
or like custard and cheeseburger spots.
Yeah, custard for sure.
Those spots fucking slam, dude.
What are those? The name of that spot? Anyways,
Oh, I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
there's Wisconsin ones. There's
All right.
Cobb's. Cops, I mean.
So it says, interesting. It says that he loves when a woman has strong convictions and stands up against ignorance. So
Male feminist.
perhaps
It's annoying.
also,
He's annoying.
is he going to be someone who initiates drama
Yes.
in like the tattletale
like in a
type
cam,
of way?
he's like a cam.
in a cam
character.
way.
Yeah.
He sees wrongdoings and he must bring them to light.
Yeah, we don't get a ton on
Rectify.
him. We don't get a ton on him aside from that type of stuff. So I think that he'll probably be an aggravator in the house.
He'll
for
call
sure.
someone rude.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
I don't even think he's just going to exist. I think he's just going to be like, oh, well, yeah, that guy got booted off like second episode. Like, he's just not going to even be there. Like,
No,
Yeah.
I agree. I think that he could be a big initiator.
All right. From Michael, we go to Mike. Now, Becca, do you know Mike? Is this the one that you know?
What are you talking about?
Is this the ex-husband?
No.
No?
I have no idea who this guy is.
Okay,
Never
never
seen him in
mind.
my life.
Never mind.
Oh no, Mikkel, maybe her ex-husband got taken. We can talk about this. No, supposedly at one point it was revealed that Mikkel from my season of The Bachelor, that her husband was cast, but it looks like that was I think that was confirmed, but he is not in this cast list. So maybe he was removed.
Interesting, because for some reason I thought I saw like a photo of him and I was like, oh, this is the only guy that looks like him. I think it's Mike. Who's
it is the guy that looks like him the most. Can't think of his name right now, but this is not him. So but you bring up an interesting point. I will see if I can get the inside tea on why he was removed from the cast, because I believe he was there.
And maybe they just knew that he was going to get too much shit if he's like the ex-husband of
a former cast member.
That's like, you're going to get heat, especially if you're friends with one of the chatty broads.
Okay.
He looks like a wannabe Tyler.
Yes, this guy wants to be best fucking friends with Tyler and Matt. 1,000%.
No, this is the guy that's leading his Bible study group via Zoom that Matt posts about. Mike is leading it. He's
actually friends with them, but he's their like church buddy.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I think this guy's cross is misleading you all, and I think that maybe he says he's a Christian, but I don't think he goes to regular groups on the weekends. That cross is too big. I think he is a partier. I think he, likes to go to church every once in a while to ask for forgiveness, my guys. But I do not think... I think that cross is a fashion statement more than it is a religious piece.
I get Luke P vibes. I feel like they're going to throw someone who's I feel like we're going to throw in a bib, like a Christian virgin for Katie.
See, I agree. Okay, so here's the thing with this guy. The shirt's tight. The shirt is tight, and it looks like it's made of like whatever like workout gear is made of. Yeah. And
CrossFit.
And also, like Jess said, that cross is too big. That is not a religious thing. That is a straight up like Jersey fucking
like a Guido thing.
Like Guido-y kind of move. It doesn't look to me like he looks like the Italian guy that like, certain people you're like, oh, that guy doesn't look Italian, but like then you go to his house and he's like, whoa, they're all super Italian. He hits me as Jersey vibes, like big cross, tight shirt, like it's about to rip it up.
I feel that, but I also feel
the shirt's too tight to be religious. That shirt is skin tight.
I feel that, but I also feel like Alabama CrossFitter like Luke P, who is very religious.
Right. Okay.
I think regardless, we might have our first like actually confirmed personal trainer. I think this is not athlete vibes to me. This is gym.
He's an instructor.
Yeah.
Or he's a manager to me. He's just a manager of something.
But it has to be involved in athletics. There's no way. I mean, like, he screams athletics.
But maybe he likes to be the most athletic one in the room. And if he's a manager of like some place, he's always the one that everyone comes to for workout advice. He likes to try to get his team to do group workouts, and he outshines everyone. If he worked in an athletic field, there might be some competition. He might not shine as much, but he wants to be the star athlete in the room. I
say medical sales.
Okay. You guys ready to hear what he does?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a gym owner from San Diego.
Oh my God. Wow, that's kind of shocking. This guy does not look like San Diego to me.
No, he doesn't look like San Diego to me.
He doesn't look San Diego to me, but this guy looks like he had to be a gym guy. Like this was a gym, like
Trevor, the lats are looking insane.
Hit me with the facts. I want to hear more about this guy. I need to know more.
Okay, we have Mike, 31, gym owner from San Diego. When people find out that this great-looking guy used to play professional baseball, they assume that he must be a player, but that could not be further from the truth.
And player?
He grew up in a loving family where the cornerstone of his upbringing was his faith. Yeah. All right, there's the faith piece. Damn. He has always been a one-woman type of guy.
He could be from Alabama, by the way, now living in San Diego from the money he made as playing professional baseball or whatever.
Yes. It says that
Yep, told you that cross is as
social,
big as his face.
goofy, disciplined, looking for a woman who loves staying active.
Boom. Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. That's the only word I needed to hear. He is going to be slut shaming Katie at some point in this season.
Yeah, no, now it's like there are Luke P vibes.
He also said one woman man.
Yep.
Yep. He does not like dessert. Of course he doesn't. Too many calories.
Too indulgent.
And he occasionally describes himself as basic. Well, we appreciate someone who's self-aware.
I like that. We'll see how this one turns out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's the type of guy that like whatever he eats and like whatever he's doing for workouts and also eating, he knows the science of it, but that's the only science he knows. Where it's like he knows actually the key to ketosis and really honing in. But if you were to ask him about science about anything else, doesn't know it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he's
know.
a great meal prepper.
Big meal prep.
Now, someone who might know something about science is our next guy, Courtney, and that Courtney is spelled with a Q-U-R
That's wild.
Q-U-A-R-T, like a quart of milk. Courtney. And I get science.
Courtney for a guy is already wild enough as it is, but
Yes.
Courtney spelled like the measurement a quart is just something else.
And even if his name wasn't a measurement, I would be like, this man he's involved in science in some way. There's something scientific about what he does.
Yeah.
1000%.
He looks like a very recent contestant whose name I can't remember.
Dale.
Yeah.
It's Dale.
Yeah, he looks like Dale.
There's like two guys on here that I've seen floating around, and people are like, they look just like Dale.
I think
He's
two black
got, like,
girls,
a really
one rose
similar
posted.
smile and like pointy ears like Dale had.
Yeah, I think two black girls, one rose posted something joking about like Dale's brother that got cast for this season.
They just brought Dale back.
What did Dale do? Personal trainer?
No, it said with Dale that he was like an ex-athlete and then works with the Special Olympics.
This guy sells cars. Oh yeah, Dale's like just a superhero on paper.
Yeah, Dale was
paper.
like perfect.
What if this guy's like a dental assistant?
This guy sells cars or he sells rocket parts.
I'm stuck on science. It has
Rocket
something to do with
parts? Sorry,
science
rocket
to me.
I sell rocket engines to NASA. Yeah. it's no big
Also,
deal.
I bet he looks outrageously tall. Like this man is so tall.
Yeah.
he's
he is so
perfect.
tall.
He's 6'6".
Yeah.
Or he's a dentist.
That's what I said, dental assistant.
Oh yeah, not the assistant. This guy has a slew of assistants.
Could see now this guy I could see being a doctor in physical therapy. Like
Definitely,
I could see him
100%
being,
good call.
Vet,
The Cairo thing.
veterinarian.
I see physical. Yeah, I feel the physical therapy.
No, he
He's
thinks that
stretching you
chiropractors
out.
are scammers.
He's a physical therapist for dogs.
Yeah. He helps the golden retrievers get their steps
Oh, vet.
back.
He could be a
again.
vet.
Yeah.
I'm
What does he
going
do?
vet vibes for sure.
I'm going physical therapy for
Vet,
humans.
dentist, or a rocket part salesman.
So you're going away from science.
I'm gonna go physical therapist, but like health
That's in the body sciences.
science. Yeah, health
Oh,
science.
gotcha. Not
health
like
science.
not like in the lab.
no,
with
like
Bunsen burners.
health science in some way.
Or he's like a bioengineer.
I'm a biohacker.
What do you think?
What do I think? I like the Cairo vibe, the chiropractic.
Physical therapist.
He's got really good posture, and I feel like every chiropractor is just like,
No, I think he's a physical therapist. I think he thinks chiropractors are scammers.
oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, he gets very angry actually when people conflate his career with a chiropractor.
You're
He
kind
would
of like a
never.
chiropractor, and he's
It's
like,
like-
no,
He's
I'm
like, no, there's
doctor.
a lot. No, he goes like this. No, he goes like this,
Dude,
Evan.
chill.
He laughs and he goes, no, there's a lot more years of school that go into being a physical therapist.
Chiropractor, it's like 2 years of school. I went to school for 10 years.
When people mistake him with a chiropractor, he just like you watch Courtney just kind of like slowly lose it. He's just like,
We had a family chiropractor that was like that. It was like, oh, chiropractor. He's like, well, I have like 7 degrees. Like he was always like trying to like
Yeah.
make it sound like there's more going on. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm also
okay.
a nutritionist, so that also
I
takes time.
dabble.
well, I just looked at what he does. Speaking of nutritionist, Courtney, who's 26 from Dallas, Texas, is a nutrition entrepreneur, which is an MLM, right?
That means that means he's developing a protein powder.
Okay.
Juice Plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either he's developing it or he's part of it, like a nutrition MLM.
It's an MLM.
Or he owns the share in Quest Bar or something.
Yes, that would be huge.
No, it would say investor.
You're right. What is this? Nutrition what?
Nutritionist entrepreneur.
Nutrition entrepreneur. Interesting first line of his bio says that when it comes to putting it all out there for love, Courtney is not afraid to make a spectacle, which means he's going to do something wild on the first night.
He's
100%.
You know what? What if Courtney does this? What if he just like white labels a bunch of like protein powders, electrolytes, like all that stuff, and he does something like that? And so he's just like, yeah, I've kind of like hacked it. I just like white label all these like products I get from China. We repackage them here in San Diego and
Dallas.
I'm telling you, the big boom is in plant-based products, like vegan-friendly protein products and performance products, like vegan pre-workouts, vegan recoveries, vegan.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I'm saying that's what I bet. I guarantee you, he's a vegan. He'll say he's a plant-based athlete, and that's like what inspired his entrepreneurship.
He says that he needs someone who's like-minded about his religious beliefs, so doesn't say what they are, but religion is important to Courtney.
He's like, I'm an atheist. And
so I need you to deny God as often as possible.
Move.
He's like, I need you to wear this shirt, and the shirt just says God is dead. He's just like, here, wear this.
It's like, I can't believe in some bullshit. Okay, we got to be real. Like fitness, math.
He says his life goal is to leave behind a legacy, which feels MLM-ish to me. This is an MLM.
What is
Christian.
MLM?
Multi-level marketing.
Cutco,
Arbonne,
you sign 5 friends up, then they sign 5 friends up. You make a percentage of all. It's just pyramid scheme.
It's
shit.
a whole thing, pyramid scheme. Courtney loves country dancing, bonfires with s'mores, all that stuff.
All right. Well.
All right. Courtney, nice to meet you. Next, we have Thomas.
Thomas looks like a character from a sitcom who's the best friend who's cheating on his wife with the girl with someone else in the friend group.
He looks like Joey Tribbiani.
1000% to both. The shirt is that top button is about to that top button is about to bust. He loves a nightclub. He's been single for a really long time, and the man loves to swing at a nightclub, but no one wants to swing with him. Sorry, Thomas.
It's because he sweats a lot.
He sweats a lot. Miami.
Thomas, like when you go out to eat, like he only wants to get sushi, but to the point where you're like, wait, we just ate out last night and you want to get sushi again?
No, he's
like, dude, I like sushi too, but like, come on.
People
are
like,
Thomas.
What's your name? And he's like, Thomas, like the train.
Yeah, Thomas, like the train.
And that's like where he goes. That's how he goes with it, and then gives that smile.
He's the guy when he takes you out on a date. When he goes online and he takes the date. He knows all the restaurants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's like,
sushi resturants.
Yeah. He's just like, I know all the spots. There's a Salvadorian place now. Unreal. The grandmother, 4th generation, insane, incredible recipes down there. And like, he knows all, the best place to get Aperol spritzes, downtown. I know the spot.
I thought you were going to be like, he knows all the staff there, but he goes to places like Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, love Rainforest
But he knows
Cafe.
all the staff. Yeah, and they hook him up. They're like,
but he knows all the staff.
My guy knows me.
So do you guys want to know about Thomas?
Yes.
Okay. Thomas is a real estate broker, but of course he is a real estate broker. And he is from Poway, California. So he's like San Diego area.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Now I will say he does have a good amount of info about him. So I wonder if he's going to be lasting for a long time. It does talk a lot about his dream woman, beautiful, athletic, mature.
Okay, so I feel like all of the things that you've told me about Thomas are not conflicting with my ideas about him.
No, I think that we have kind of nailed Thomas.
Yeah.
I also think he talks about how he loves his beloved city, loves to show someone his beloved city.
Restaurants.
It loves the restaurants, like you said. It says that Thomas often wonders if The Rock can really eat everything he posts on Instagram for his cheat meals.
He loves The Rock. Yeah.
He loves The Rock. He's obsessed with The Rock.
I mean, he uses gel in his hair. I mean, that's all I need to know about Thomas.
It also says that Thomas is guilty of rocking the Ed Hardy trend back in high school. So
Thomas
there's that.
lived for the Ed Hardy
I
trend. He
love
spent
that he
every single
admits
one of
that.
his paychecks.
I
on
do
Ed
appreciate
Hardy.
that. I do appreciate that.
He would buy some of our merch.
He's gonna love some Chatty Bros merch. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
I cannot
Let's be
wait for
real. All right. Next we have Trey.
Trey's not built for the show. He's gonna get chewed up and spit out.
Yeah.
Like he's cruising
sweet
in and he's just like, this is
Trey.
an amazing opportunity to meet the love of my life. Meanwhile, there's like just sharks who are like,
He's like-
willing to play the game and chew up, everybody spit him out. He's just not built for this.
He's like, Katie, I didn't watch your season because I wanted to come in with a fresh start, but you seem like a lovely woman. I'm very excited to get to know you.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
1000%.
thank you for including me on this adventure.
Something he put in his info packet was that he likes to bake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Trey loves Christmas time. He loves to roll out some
Christmas
nice sugar
time, yeah.
cookie dough.
He still leaves Santa a plate of cookies.
Oh, Trey. Yeah, Trey definitely. Trey is going to be so kind. He's going to come in and just be like the sweetest. And like you said, Evan, I think he's just going to, it's going to be quick, come and go because it's just going to be too much for Trey.
Trey always really
He's fodder.
Trey always really liked soccer, but was always really bad at soccer. But that's okay. He still kept up with like his favorite British teams, like just random,
Yes.
that kind of random vibe.
I get, you know what, Gray? I feel like this man might be a LARPing friend for you. I feel like Trey might enjoy a LARP or two.
Zoom in. You can see a little corded necklace he's wearing.
Oh, yeah.
He probably has some sort of dragon emblem, like
Or like-
whatever
Yes.
team he's a part of.
Yeah, or like a Lord of the Rings little like emblem
Yeah.
on it or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I think that Trey
Lord
might
of
be
the
that
Rings,
person
yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, we could play D&D together for sure.
Yes.
He probably, one of his prerequisites for a wife is that she lets him have a man cave.
Yeah.
Oh, and he wants that man cave. He wants the neon lights. He would have it
Yeah.
fully like it would just be perfectly done
Like,
because
we could
Trey
play
is
Age
meticulous.
of Empires. He's more of an
Yes.
Age of Empires guy.
Yeah.
Poker
Yes.
table in the man cave.
He loved Roller Coaster Tycoon, not because of like the fact that it was roller coasters, because he would create such a well thought out roller coaster that would never fail.
Oh, I was
Whoa,
about
what
to
a
say
fun
he loved
game.
managing the amusement park.
Oh yes.
Has had always plenty of janitors, plenty of trash cans. The
There
bathrooms
was
are
never
always
any
clean.
vomit anywhere to be found. The janitors were always there. Wanna
Allergic
hear-
to cats.
For sure, allergic to cats, but loves a slip and slide.
You guys, one of Trey's favorite activities is to meet his friends for their brunch and book club.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Trey.
You guys nailed it.
Oh
Where's
my
he from? What does he
goodness.
do?
Okay, so Trey is a software engineer. Yes, he is from Covington, Georgia.
Yep.
He has a huge. He has a huge heart.
Yeah.
He is open-minded. He doesn't want to pass up on an opportunity for a new experience, which is obviously why he took this position on The Bachelorette.
Trey is the kind of guy, if some girl like tells him that she's like into orgies, he would like kind of laugh nervously and be like, hey, whatever floats your boat.
But he's so intimidated about it. He's like, no way would I actually go with it. But he's like super like,
But not
hey,
because,
like, that's
he's
great.
judgmental. Like
he's just like-
he wants to be down for it,
That's
but
too
he's
much
just
for me.
feeling a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And he just
Gives
kind of
the
like laughs and
reaction,
like
like-
shrugs his shoulders. He's like,
It's like when you ask for the check and you don't think you spent that much money, and the first thing is like,
you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
like don't worry, you guys. You say you got it before you look at it.
Well, it says Trey is irrationally terrified of piranhas, which means that anytime that you're in a river or fishing with Trey and you're like,
"Whoa,"
and you shove him in, he's like, "Oh no, oh God!" Anytime there's a body of water, it's like, "Are there piranhas in there?" Or,
Yeah.
okay, just wanted to check.
He laughs. He always chuckles to make it seem like it's not a big deal. He's like,
Piranhas.
but it's a huge deal.
I was so freaked out at the thought of like piranhas when I was a kid.
They're horrifying.
But that's a great example. That's a great example. That is such a. It's like him in his bio saying, and he's also terrified of quicksand.
Yeah.
Which is just like what you're afraid of when you're
scary.
9. You know what I mean? It's like quicksand and piranhas. Like
Not
And he
very
knows-
good at cursive.
He knows obscure
Yeah.
facts about piranhas. Like he couples that with like, do you know how much meat they can eat in like a second? Like a I don't know what you'd call it, a school of piranha.
Yes.
piranha.
Piranha. Okay.
Sorry.
Trey, you sound like a sweetheart.
We love you.
We'd love to see you. Now the final individual
Is Blake.
is Blake, but we don't have info on Blake. The actual final individual we have info on is question mark, aka the box. And let me say something to you for a moment.
Oh God.
Let me say something to you. Either one of two things has to be happening. Either one, this season is unbelievably boring, and so they're literally using a person who pops out of a box, which happens on a regular basis on the first night, as some big drama. So it's that boring of a season. Or if there's not a famous person in that box who wants to be on Katie's season, I quit this goddamn show. Like, every single fucking season, someone comes out of an object, and for the first time ever, we're going to have a mystery cast person who's just the box.
Oh
His box will be in the middle of the room that all the guys walk into, and they'll all be like, "What the fuck is this box?" And he'll be in the center of all their conversations, sitting alone, just like hyperventilating and sweating in this fucking box. Well, they all comment on it, and then he'll walk out of it, and everyone's going to think he's like the weirdest guy in the world for sitting in that box. And it'll seem like one of those things, like it was a good idea when they talked about it.
But
And
you're
it's just-
like, this is bad. Honestly, I hope the box is fucking Chris Harrison. I hope it's Chris Harrison who's like, I refuse to not be part of this season. And the box rolls up in front of Katie and he fucking pops out of the box. And it's just like, you know,
No,
he refuses to not be a part of it.
He
It's
paid
his
whoever was originally going to be in the box like $80,000 to swap with him.
It's like, let me be in the box.
He's like, here's a check for $80,000 if you swap out with me right now. And that guy's like,
Or-
okay, I'm out of here.
Or it's his son.
What was his son's name?
Joshua.
Josh behind the cameras.
Josh on the
behind
camera,
cameras.
popping out of the box. We love to see Josh.
And
Josh
that's how
just
Chris
got
Harrison
into
gets back
University
on.
of Phoenix. What?
Producers have the one job to keep Josh on till Homecoming.
Yeah.
And that's when Chris Harrison makes his debut on the show again, is during Homecoming.
Honestly, whoever it is, they better just be fucking famous,
Yeah.
or else I'm going to be really peeved because they've been rolling this whole box thing the whole time. It's obviously just some random dude, and the season is probably slow. That's
Is
all
the
that
stupid
shit
guy
is.
with the chin beard that we think is coming back?
Whoa.
famous?
Whoa. We love him.
Do we?
We love him. He is not. Blake is not coming out of a box. We saw a little glimpse of him. He shows up, I think, later in the season, doing like a say anything with like a boom box, like coming to her window.
Why do we
thing.
love Blake?
It's complicated to get into, but it involves animals, and it involves him being, you know, awkward on social media, which we appreciate. And that's kind of it. It's just a feeling.
It's a feel.
It's a feeling.
So we stand Blake.
But I think that's it.
We did it.
Becca, any thought on the box?
No, you know, I was trying to look up real quick to see if Mikkel's ex was gonna still be on the season, and it's interesting. I can't find anything about it. I think the
Awkward.
box is just gonna be some random guy, a random naked guy.
Definitely naked. It's Kenny.
Random naked guy?
Kenny's
Random
fucking
naked guy.
back.
Yeah.
So you think they would do a box for some random person? You don't think the box would be at least like an old contestant or
No,
some
I
sort
think
of
I
like?
think the
No.
season is really that
It's
much
gonna
of
be
a
slow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a slow season too.
It'd be crazy to be like, surprise, another random dude.
Yeah.
Like what?
Someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems shocking.
Unless
to
it's
me.
like Bennett.
Oh God. Help me. Help us all.
And he's like, wait, I thought this was... What's
I feel like
what's
just
the girl's
going
name?
in, coming out of the box is
Wait,
a bad
what's the
move.
girl?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly.
He's like, oh, I thought this was Kelly's season.
Oh God. I mixed up brunettes. So sorry.
All women kind of look the
Shantae.
same to me. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Interested
Well-
about the box, not hopeful.
Should
Well-
charter my Uber helicopter out of here.
Broads and bros, we did it. I'm seeing yawns from the peanut gallery. It is
We did
late
it.
night. We did it. Broads, we love you all. And we will be getting into this season next week with us, the broads, and then the bros on Friday. And thank you guys for joining us and
you,
stealing our
guys.
thunder. Hate you
Thanks for
guys. Love
having
you
us.
I'm
guys.
just hoping that this season's
bros.
going to be hotter than this cast of men. Because not going to lie, it's kind of like, all right, there's hopefully a lot of them are better, like just not very photogenic. Because I got to say, I wasn't dazzled.
No, I really wasn't.
I wasn't
either.
dazzled.
I wasn't dazzled either. And I remember seeing an interview where Tayshia said that apparently she's like, wow, the guys are so hot this season. So hopefully they're just like all really good looking in person.
Okay. All right. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Well, with that, broads, we'll see you bright and early next week.
See you bright and early and we'll chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.